start of footy in September.
Finals are here at last.
It just hits different. Every moment, every try, every contest is just bigger. Triple M Footy is your series ticket to every massive final. Tonight, semi-finals erupt from GIO Stadium. After a nail-biter against the Broncos, it's a do-or-die as the Raiders take on the Sharks. For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks finals footy.
And welcome everybody to GIO Stadium in Canberra, a much anticipated game in Canberra tonight. It's a beautiful clear night, but it is chilly. I got to tell you, it's deceiving. If you're a Sydney sider like me, you think, this looks all right, and you get out there and she's about 9 degrees, which to me is cold. Of course, we do it thanks to Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, and of course our friends at Choice Hotels too. Let me welcome in our special guest today, firstly from the Triple M Breakfast Show, Aaron Woods. Welcome along for this one.
Oh, thanks, Maroon. Good evening to all the listeners out there. You're not wrong. It's freezing, isn't it? I drove down. It was nice and sunny in Sydney. I had my board shorts on and the basketball singlet. I get out of the car down here. It was 8 degrees Celsius. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, you get out at Sutton Forest and you go, hang on, what's happened here?
What's doing?
Wado, welcome to you too, mate. Obviously, a lot on the line for you personally tonight. It's your team. It's your club.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Maroon. Obviously, I love the Sharks, but there's more on the line for the actual players and Fitzy and his staff. They're the ones that do all the hard work. And just not to move on too quickly, but Woodsy, all your wardrobe is just singlet and board shorts, so I'm surprised you had a jumper and some trackers in there ready to go. But it's a great time of year, isn't it? 6 teams left. Just elimination football from here on out. So everyone knows the equation. You win, you advance through. You lose, and your season's gone. And what about these two oppositions tonight? Canberra Raiders, minor premiership just a couple of weeks ago. They go down in a nail-biter last week. The devastation, the emotion from that. Can they move past it, find that form? They got them their minor premiership. And then the Sharks, probably finding their best football of the year late in the season. A really good, tough win against the Roosters. And they come down here with plenty of confidence. So, boy, oh boy, I'm excited for this game, Maroon.
Okay, thank you. Triple M NRL Primetime is thanks to Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. Put your trust in the experts in air. The big news of the last 12 hours has been that fact that Ethan Strange will not take part in this game. We caught up with NRLW superstar and also Ethan's sister Jasmine to find out what was the latest with this. So, Jazzy, where are we at with this?
With Ethan being ruled out? Yeah, no, not a good night last night at all. Lucky Mum was there to look after him and the doctor was there till all hours. You know, he was vomiting all night, fevers, chills. His resting heart rate was really bad. The doctor said it would definitely be really dangerous to play and, you know, he would do anything to be playing right now and he doesn't like to let people down, so it's definitely, he's very unwell. He was coughing up blood this morning as well.
I was going to say, Jess, how's he feeling? To miss a game like this, something he's worked so hard the off-season and going into the whole year, to not be able to come out there today must have been hard, him telling Ricky or Ricky saying you can't play.
Oh, absolutely. He's devastated. You know, I think it's the doctor that's had a word because I think Ricky was actually like, oh, we'll leave it up to Ethan. But the doctor said, no, it's actually really unsafe for him to be playing. But he just hates letting people down more than anything. And he's the toughest bloke. He's played a few games already this season really unwell. So for him not to be playing today, you know it's serious.
So we are thinking, though, obviously, Jazzy, that he's... I assume he is planning on playing. If they win tonight, he's back on deck next week.
Yeah, hopefully. He should be feeling better, at least. Don't know if he'll be 100%, but the doctor was actually there again today giving him some medication. It's a virus, so, yeah, it's a bit difficult to treat, but he'll be hopefully back.
So is he just quarantined at home, can't go near the group or nothing?
Well, he's not here. I just think he's too unwell to actually be out of the house. You know, my mum's there, and he's definitely having some mum treatment. Stay home. You know, for him to not even be here watching, it's definitely...
Yeah. Hey, Jazzy, what about you guys? You got the week off. Obviously, you're so far...
They're flying.
Yeah, undefeated, and you're just about, like, a game or two away from another premiership. How do you feel? How is How is your team? Obviously, you've had a few little niggling injuries here and there.
Yeah, we've had quite a few niggling and big injuries. You know, we lost Taryn last week with her ACL. We're not sure about Amber Hall. We're not sure about Jamie Frezard. And we've had Aaliyah Nasio got on a suspension for next week as well. So we are very low on troops, but we'll definitely try our best to pull through.
Well, we do know Millie Elliott's had the baby. Maybe get her back,
get back in the back row.
Get her jersey.
Definitely. I did say, I jinxed us. I said that before the last game. I said, Millie, you'll be right for next week. But we actually could do with her, to be honest.
I reckon she'd be up for it too. Now, you're here tonight for Channel 9. What are you doing?
I'm just going to do a few social clips as well, maybe a half-time cross, get some fan action. And, I was supposed to be commentating my brother, doing some live reactions, but he's obviously out. So just find a few things to do around the place.
Listen, we don't want to have to we don't want to have to duke it out with Channel 9 for you, Jazzy. You're our girl.
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be there as well.
Good on you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks for that.
Good on you. Jasmine Strange joining us on Triple M NRL Primetime for Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. So let's now pull this apart, Wado. Let's talk about Ethan Strange. When news comes to you, and I can't separate you from the Cronulla club at the moment, what's the first thing you think that the Cronulla team thought when they found out Ethan wasn't playing?
Oh, well, it was come as a shock to start with, obviously. But firstly, let's separate me from that Cronulla Sharks player and think of Ethan. I feel so bad for him, man. I feel sorry for him. The situation he is with the illness, so much goes into a season, so much hard work, effort. It could have started last year for him. You never know how long the build goes for, and he's had such a tremendous year, and he must be one sick boy to not be able to make it here tonight because, all players have moments when they're injured and they're sick, but for the doctor to be around at his house and say it is unsafe for him to play, he must be in a bad way. So we're thinking of him, and it would be a hard night for him watching the game from home because the feeling you have as a team player is you're not out there helping your teammates, and he would want to be here in an elimination game. So I feel for him. For the Sharks perspective, it would come as a shock. And then you straight away you go to, okay, well, what's the change up and how does that affect our performance? And, really for the Sharks, I think nothing changes in the terms of the defensive plan is a big body into Sungy coming on, possibly just a little bit more attack down at edge to test that new defensive combination. Okay, mate, we'll come back to you and we'll come back to you too, Woodsy. Let's go down to the sideline, David Riccio, because he is with the Raiders boss, I beg your pardon, Don Ferner.
Yeah, I certainly do, Raiders CEO Don Ferner. Donny, you've just emerged from the Raiders dressing room. How's the vibe inside the sheds?
Yeah, good. They're very relaxed, Got that news this morning, but shaking that off, and Simi Sasangi will do a great job. So they're as relaxed as they were last week, and they're ready to go. And this crowd will get us going tonight.
You've had a lot to combat in the last 24 hours as far as the team is concerned. How did the news filter through to you?
This morning, spoke to Rick. Last night it was still 50-50, but he said this morning our doctor who went round to the house a couple of times and was with Strange's mum Adele, just said no. Absolutely no way this morning. So Rick moved pretty quickly, made the decision to Simi, and they moved on. So only disappointing thing is Simi didn't get a chance to run there, but he's played there before, so they're confident, and all the guys are confident around him, and he'll cause some troubles tonight.
Just as far as Ethan is concerned, it's clearly significant as far as the issue is concerned, the influenza. How confident are you that he could get back onto the field next week? Should you advance through the Sharks tonight?
Literally just spoke to our doctor then, who put him on the drugs this morning, and he was vaccinated. We got a very good program, but as I found out, sometimes influenza A can get through that vaccination, so no one knows how he got it. No one else in the team has got it, so that was an important thing. He's a teammate of Chevy Stewart's, but Chevy's out of there now, so everyone else has been isolated from him. Just a rare thing. Some teams have had it this year. We've been very, very lucky. We haven't, and we were complimenting our vaccine program not that long ago. But obviously, it's got to him last night, and he's just absolutely couldn't have played today.
You mentioned Simi Sasangi takes on this role, and what a huge opportunity is for him. How has the reaction been from the squad, and why so much belief in Simi?
Mate, Rick gave him his coach's award on Monday night, and it was really, really well deserved. He plays every position. He came down here as back rower 5'8". He can play every position. He'll be very hard to handle. He's got good late feet. He's got very good hands, so very soft, good hands for a big forward. So he's just one of those players that can play every position. We're lucky to have him.
You're very fortunate to have a GIO Stadium game, another sellout. Don, congratulations.
It is. The Canberra supporters this year have been phenomenal. It's cold tonight, as you know, as everyone knows when you come to Canberra, but our fans rug up. They're tough. And so are the Sharks fans. They're always welcome here. They're a good bunch of fans, and there'll be more Sharks fans than there were Broncos fans last week. So it'll be a really good atmosphere. Hopefully our fans get us home tonight.
Thanks for joining us, Don, on Triple M.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Don, and thank you, Triple M's David Riccio down there on the sideline. Okay, Woodsy, listening to Don Ferner then, tell you what I underlined a little bit here is that he said, well, they're confident in Simi Sasangi, but he hasn't run there yet. So he hasn't had a run with the team there.
Well, I think it's just next man up mentality, Maroon. Like, you can. What I love about Ricky is that he put a line through him straight away this morning. When the doctor said, that he wasn't well, there's no improvement, there's no point playing, Ricky didn't hold out and say, all right, let's wait till 6 o'clock tonight, or let's wait till just before kick-off and give him all these opportunities. When the rest of the side, it's a bit of an unknown. They know Simi Sasangi is going to be their 5'8" now, so they can plan for that. Yeah, look, he would have done reps there throughout the pre-season, and you get changed around at training. These games, I remember playing underweight, actually, like in these big games in semi-finals. It's not about, being as creativity as you can. It's about just that one moment. There will be a drop ball, or, we'll see who's going to, when they're sort of playing the arm wrestle, someone's going to crack early. And then when you got to just take your opportunity when you get it. There's not many opportunities when they come into finals footy. But I think, I don't mind Simi Sasangi there. He's been great for him tonight. He'll do a job for him.
Okay, we go back to the sideline to you, David Riccio. We had a lot of discussion here in the broadcast box about why it was Simi Sasangi and why it wasn't Ethan Sanders. There's so many raps on Ethan Sanders.
Yeah, absolutely, Maroon, and I echo those sentiments. It was my first thought too when the news filtered through this morning that surely they just parachute Ethan Sanders straight into this team. What has happened, guys, and it's under the NRL protocols as far as the culling of your 21-man squad. Ethan Sanders was in jumper 21 originally, and when the 24-hour before kickoff barrier hits and every team has to cull their team to a 19-man squad, Ethan Sanders was one of those players. Now, once that player is removed from the 21, that then eliminates their ability to be rocketed straight back into the starting 17. Only the Raiders have the availability now to include Ethan Sanders as their 18th or 19th man. And that's the situation. So ultimately, the only way Ethan Sanders can now enter this game tonight is via a injury in the warm-up, and he would be allowed to come in, or under a HIA protocol where the Raiders run out of a bench and Ethan Sanders can join the bench. But they're the rules, and that's the way it's unfolded, unfortunately, for the Raiders tonight.
Thank you, David. Down there on the sideline, and this is Triple M NRL Primetime for Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. So let's talk about the Raiders away from Ethan Strange now. Last week they led the game by 28 points to 12. I know in the modern game that's only 16 points, Wado, but look, it's finals footy. It's deep into the second half. You're entitled to win the game. You're obligated to win the game if you're leading 28-12.
Yeah, and it hurts when you're in that position and you let a lead like that slip. And not only did they let it slip, they seemed to score the try in Golden Point, which would finish the game. It comes back as a no try, and a set later, the Broncos go up the other end. Ben Hunt kicks a field goal and breaks their heart. And listen, that's the biggest question mark, is how they bounce back from that emotional toll. I heard Ricky over the week say they had their presentation, which was a good breakup for them in terms of you get to sit down, you reflect on the whole season, what you've been able to achieve as a club, and that's what they need to lean into. They have been the best and most consistent side all season. That's why they won the minor premiership, and last week was a big game where they just got a couple of moments wrong. And I think the challenge is, it's easy to say the right things and to feel the right way, but once you're out there and that whistle goes, when the game's on, in the big moments, that's when the scars may come back to haunt you a little bit. And when I look at their team, they're so dangerous across the park. Even with Ethan Strange out, they have Sebastian Chris, Timoko, Papali, Tarpany, Young, Horsburgh with his offload, and KO Weeks at the back who can score tries all over the park. But in the moments where you need to manage the game, that's when Fogarty needs to stand up now. If they get to a position where his strike players find some joy and find some points, The weight is really on Fogarty's shoulders to put the ball where and when and how he wants the opposition to receive it, which is in the corners, making the Sharks do the hard yards from deep in their own backfields, because that's where the test is for him as a halfback. And last week, he might have got that management of the game slightly wrong, but it's a tough lesson to take, and he'll be able to get a little redemption tonight.
I'm really looking forward to their start tonight, Wado, because if Sharks get one on them early, I want to see if there is any of that hangover from last week. Emotionally they were up. Like you said, they won the game twice or three times, then they lost it as well. But if they go behind to a Sharks side and, say the Sharks start really fast, and especially down that, I think it's the right edge of the Raiders defensively, it's Timoko, it's Zach Hosking, Fogarty and Stewart on that one edge. They weren't in sync. That's the edge that Reece Walsh went and just absolutely tore them apart. I reckon if that edge leaks early on, there's going to be a little bit of a warning shot there. And I think that could be a worry for Canberra. But if they come out, they control the game early. They don't need to score points, but they just need to stay calm. I don't want them to see them try to flick out of their own, when they're attacking a try line, trying to go for that Hail Mary play. Just build your game like you said, Wado, and there's no need to sort of force things. It will come. Fogarty's kicking game is one of the best in the competition. He's got a great long boot. He's got a really good soft touch as well. He's got to just keep the ball in play. A couple of times back into that game last week, he gave away a couple of 7-tackle sets, which invited the likes of the Reece Walsh and the back five of the Broncos to get easy yards up the field. So just controlling that game, controlling the pace, and just staying calm in the big moments.
How important do you think it is, Wado? Look, as I was about to say it, there is such a good turnout of Sharky supporters here at GIO Stadium in Canberra. There's a great turnout of Sharky supporters, but obviously it's predominantly the green machine. It's a home ground. It's a cauldron. It has been a cauldron this year. How much does it help the Raiders?
Oh, it always helps playing at home. In front of your fans who show up week in, week out. But listen, the Sharkies fans, they've got some good memories down here, mate. They don't mind travelling down the highway. So I think after the performance of their team, particularly over the last month and into the finals, they would be quietly confident with their team as well. And listen, it's a big game. It's an elimination final. Both teams are a good chance. It's whoever gets out there, nails their execution, nails the game plan, and plays the best of the team, they're going to get the result. And
how good's this, boy?
It's the best. It's the best.
No second chance now.
I'm so excited for this game to kick off, because you just don't know which way it's going to go.
By the way, boys, the last minor premiers to go straight out the back door was the Dragons in 2009.
Wow.
There's a Choice Hotel stat. Triple M NRL Prime Time, thanks to Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. Put your trust in the experts in air. And for the finals, United Forklifts join us to do the keys to success. It's coming up next as Triple M rocks the finals.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Triple M NRL Prime Time.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
Supercross is back in Sydney as the Boost Mobile AusX Championship roars into Shark Park for the first time ever. One night only, Saturday, October 25. The most thrilling motorsport on the planet, with international level racing, insane FMX stunts, loads of entertainment for one massive night of action. Tickets start at $39. Don't miss out. The Boost Mobile AusX Championship. Get your tickets from Ticketek now. Proudly supported by Triple M.
Let go of the chaos. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find your inner zen and experience year-round comfort and reliable performance with an MHI air conditioner. Purchase an eligible system and receive up to $500 cashback bonus, plus the chance to win one of 3 wellness retreats in Bali, valued at $10,000 each. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air. T's and C's apply.
Plastering. Work. Expenses. Work. Gyprock. Work. Chasing invoices. Work. Tiling splashbacks. Work. Switching between apps, bank apps, admin apps, all the apps while your sausage roll gets cold and your energy drink gets warm and now you won't even enjoy breakfast. Work. Do less work and do less app switching with Solo by MYOB. Banking and admin? Same app. $12 for 12 months. Sign up at myob.com. Base subscription only. T's and C's apply.
Anytime is 7-Eleven time, particularly at 6:50pm when the game is about to begin and you need something to bite on that isn't your fingernails. Get game day snacks delivered anytime at 7-Eleven. Find out if we deliver to you.
Go, you good thing, go, you. You picked another try scorer again. Who's feeding you tips?
Honestly, it's Ladbrokes Last 5 Stats feature. It's like having the answers to the test and then watching your teacher mark the paper.
Oh yeah, not bad for a bloke who barely scraped through grade 5.
Punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. Make smart picks with stats from the last 5 games, then track every leg live, all within the app.
Go, you good thing, go, you good thing.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
It's here! The Supreme and Leader Caravans nationwide Super Spring stock sale is on now. Save thousands on brand new Supreme and Leader Caravans. These Aussie-made legends have delivered style, comfort and unmatched quality for over 39 years. Make an offer. No reasonable offer refused. Hurry, these are never to be seen again prices and they won't last long. Sale ends NRL Grand Final weekend or while stocks last. Visit your nearest Supreme or Leader dealership today or jump online now at supremecaravans.com.au or leadercaravans.com.au.
This Thursday, World Square is being transported back to 1985. From 10 a.m, it's Go to the Future. I'll be getting up close and personal to a DeLorean for Back to the Future the Musical. I'll see you there.
Grant's Triple Wood Scotch Whisky is aged in 3 types of wood: virgin oak, American oak, and bourbon refill. And these 3 types of wood are what gives Grant's Triple Wood its smoother, richer taste. It's great with cola and even better with friends. Grant's Triple Wood Scotch Whisky. Triple Wood for a smoother, richer taste. Please drink responsibly.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Welcome back to GAO Stadium in Canberra. What a game we've got tonight at sudden death. It's the Sharkies and the Raiders, and kickoff is just under a half hour away, so stick around for that. United Forklifts, lift your game with a CAT forklift from United Forklifts. Google United Forklifts today. We need the United Forklifts keys to success. Let's start with the Sharks, and let's start with the Paddle Pop Lion.
Oh, there's so many with the Sharks. I love their back five, and I think that's what's going to really start their sets tonight. You look at Mulatalo, you look at Sione Katoa. I know Sione sometimes doesn't make those 10-metre carries, but it's the way he wiggles and squirms in the play of the ball. He generates ruck speed, and what that does is it makes it so much easier for the big boys. They don't have to run back as far when they've got to get back to behind the play of the ball. Then it brings in your Adam Fanua-Blakes, your Toby Rudolphs, your Jesse Colquhoun, who's been outstanding since Cameron McInnes has gone down. But the big part for me with the Sharks is their bench. When they get to that 25, 30-minute mark, they're bringing on the big boppers, Sifa Talakai, Hemlin Ueli, Tom Hazelden. Like, what Talakai and Hemlin Ueli did last week coming off the bench, they absolutely changed the game in the middle third, and it brings in Blake Brayley. It generates ruck speed. He comes out, he looks to do two-step, he'll fake one way, he comes the other, and the other two halves, Trindle and Hines, have recognised that. So they don't want to ball play too much. They just push up into open space off Brayley, and I love watching them play. And it's you're in behind the scenes there, Wado. Is that something that they work really hard on with Brayley when they get the bench coming off?
Yeah, well, the bench is so experienced and so powerful. You look at Sifa Talakai, Hemlin Ueli. If they come out there and have their best games, there's no reason why they can't be better than the starters sometimes. So they certainly pack some punch. I think for me, the keys for the Sharks, and it's simple for me. I'm going all defensively. So they've been defending great the last few weeks, but Canberra pose a bit of a different problem. They're unorthodox. They like to, offload, play ad-lib. Timoko will bounce across the line, everything to disrupt that defensive line. The Sharks have got to keep that defensive line intact, the integrity of it all together, and work hard from the inside and try and help manage how tough Canberra can handle. And then it's the battle of the last plays. Sione Katoa, Ronnie Mulatalo, they got to take care of the last play options from the Canberra Raiders. And that's what they did so well last week. Sione Katoa was excellent defusing some bombs with Tupou on top of him. Nwanga Nitawaze, no success in the air. I know he found a try, but none from an aerial threat. So take care of the backfield. keep your integrity in the defensive line, and that goes a long way to getting the job done.
Wait, do we know the Raiders? They're a side that love it to flow. They love the arm wrestle. Like you said, Timoko drifts across for Hudson Young. You honestly don't know what you're going to get with Hudson because he's so unpredictable, unorthodox, like you said. Is this a game where the Sharks might maybe kick for touch, slow it up a bit, make them frustrated in their mind, or are you happy with them going in that arm wrestle set for set?
No, I think the Sharks want to go live. They want to have big cycles of ball in play, and they'll back their own footy as well. If they can get that big Canberra pack a little bit on the go with Blake Bailey running and creating havoc in the middle, it'll really free up Nico and Braden Trinder with some space on the edges. And if there's been an error in the Canberra game or a side part of their game that sometimes lets them down, it's their edge defence, and mainly on their right. But tonight with Sasungi filling in for the left time as a 3-man on that left-hand edge, he'll be tested there when the Sharks have momentum.
This feels like it's been kept a little bit of a secret. Probably hasn't, but it only come to my knowledge today that the Sharks have not only won their last 4 games straight, but they've won 8 of their last 9. So Fitzy's doing something right down there.
Yeah, it's hard for me to separate my bias and my emotion for the team, but I think, when I stack the Sharks up with how they've played, particularly how they've defended and the results that they've had, the Bulldogs and the Sydney Roosters being the latest ones, their defence has been outstanding. It was almost a shutout against the Bulldogs only 2 weeks ago. Roosters last week, all the possession, all that field position. They came up with a great try to Nwanga Tawaze and then a kick try off Sam Walker, which is hard to defend. And they're in good shape when I stack them up against any other team that's left in the final 6. And I think if they keep going, well, they're as good a chance as anyone. Does that guarantee a win tonight? No, it doesn't. Yeah. You still need to go out there and back up those performances with another performance tonight. And we've heard during the week the Sharks are looking for respect. They want people out there to respect them a little bit more. Well, here's an opportunity to go out there and get a result where probably 2 weeks ago no one would have gave you a chance.
Okay, just on that, let's have a listen to some audio from Nico Hines, what Nico had to say.
I'll just say that no one ever gives us a chance, and I feel like if we beat some good teams or when we win, it's always because who's injured or if they didn't play well. Yeah, I don't think credit's where it's due sometimes for us, and they'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's Nico Hines, Woodsy.
Look, I wouldn't even look into that one single bit. You worry about what you can control in those 4 wars. If people don't rate you, good luck to them. Look where they are now in the competition. There's, another 13 sides or 14 sides that are in the competition. They've done what they've had to do. Some people can say they've had a soft draw, they've had this, but they've found a way to get to the semi-final footy. They've knocked the Roosters out. They've knocked off the Bulldogs, who were trying to find some form because they were in a bit of a rut. And you think about, you just said they've won 8 of the last 9. The one game they lost was to the Dragons, and it was a game they probably should have won at Kroger that day. I love what the Sharks are doing. For me, they're one of the form teams of the competition. You stack them up against everyone else. They're up there with playing the best footy. And if I'm coming up against a Shark side that, I'm Canberra Raiders, I've been beaten in Golden Point, I've had to play for 93 minutes, the emotional roller coaster I've gone through, this would be the last side I'd want to come up against. The back 5 is tremendous for the Sharks, and I don't think they get enough credit. I personally think they're the best in the competition. They link up. It's like a never say die mentality that they're working so hard for each other. And Sharks are a risky opponent to come up against because I know we say on their day, but they could put a quick 20, 30 points on you in the space of 15, 20 minutes. That they are unpredictable, and then now their bench is what I love about these guys. The bench is so bloody strong for these blokes, and you got Tommy Hazelton back in the side. You know what you're going to get. Poor old Oregon Kafusi was one of their best last week, but he misses out tonight.
Yeah.
That just shows you the form of all the players that they're playing their best footy at the right end of the year.
Let's elaborate on that bench. I just wanted to go there because now Nikora starts on the bench. Talakai, Hamlin Welle, and the boy from Goulburn, as Woodsy said. It really is a big, experienced bench.
Yeah, and they all make an impact in different ways. Britton Nakora, well, he's unlucky to be on the bench. He had that long suspension, and Billy Burns has come in and done a fantastic job, and you can't really change that when someone's in such good form. So he will make an impact when he comes on in that edge. We know what he can do. Sifa Talakai, his versatility, the power. Heminueli, another power player who can make an impact, dangerous around the try line. And then Tommy Hazelton, a point of difference where he has nice soft hands, can find the pass, a little bit more skill. And again, another big forward who has a knack around the try line to be able to get across. And this is the tough part of sport sometimes. Oregon Kaufusi, he's been fantastic all season for the Sharks, just fully fit form. He unfortunately misses out tonight.
Okay, let's go back down to the sideline. David Riccio is with one of Canberra's all-time greats. And I'm talking about the great Bradley Clyde. Let's go to you, David.
Oh, Maroon, when you think about Canberra Raider legends, you only think of Brad Clyde. Bradley, thanks for joining Triple M. How excited are you for this opportunity for the Raiders to advance to a prelim?
Yeah, here it is week 2 and the Raiders are there. They deserve the respect. They've had a wonderful year, come first at winning the minor premiership. Last week didn't go quite according to plan, losing by 1 point in a cracking game. They've had to dust themselves off during the week and reset, and I have no doubt that they won't leave anything left in the bag tonight.
No one knows Ricky Stewart better than you, your former teammate. What's he saying in the dressing rooms to these boys, knowing that their star half is now out of the game?
Well, it'd be super intense, and there's expectations. He's only got to start walking in your direction. They'd be getting nervous. I think all of them have got to step up, particularly our leaders within the team. I think Fogarty has to, with his 6, Ethan Strange out, Fogarty have to take all the direction for the team. He's done that all year. I think for most of the team, they just can't forget what got them to the first position as the minor premiers. All those small things, but on top of that, just that 1% extra can mean the difference. So it's something special will win this game.
As one of the greatest back rowers and lock forwards to ever play the game, Brad, you must love watching Hudson Young play. And how important will he be tonight as far as leadership, but also what he brings on the field?
Yeah, absolutely critical. Him and Tapney, Papali, those leaders within the forward pack. I love that little left foot kick through for last week. The quality of skill that he's shown, not just for the Raiders but for the Blues as well. He himself has earned a lot of respect through the year.
I know you're fit, but are the lungs ready for this Viking clap that you're about to unleash with the horn?
Well, it's a huge honour to be able to represent the former players of the Raiders. Some of them were the greatest players in the world, and some of them only played one game, but to be able to do that tonight is a huge honour.
Thanks for joining us, Brad. Good luck tonight.
My pleasure.
Thank you, David, and thank you, Bradley Clyde, of course, winner of the 1989 Clive Churchill Medal. The first Canberra player to win the Clive Churchill Medal. Triple M NRL Primetime Ream Hot Water. If your hot water needs replacing, go for the one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. Manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years, and Monopoly at Macca's is back. Play only in the app. It ends October 14. Full terms and all the conditions. McDonalds.com.au. It's Woodsy, it's Wado, it's Maroon, it's David Riccio. Triple M rocks the finals.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Well, everybody down here in Canberra has the Ream hot water.
Do they what?
You'll freeze your bum cheeks off with that. Put the Ream hot water on and just ease your bum cheeks.
I wish I could have had the Ream hot water while I was driving down.
Yeah, it's a cold old place, Canberra, isn't it? So that's why every house in Canberra's got the Ream hot water. Over 80 years of manufacturing here in Australia, and some of these Ream hot water systems have 12 years warranty.
Oh, you know what? It's got a comprehensive selection of storage, continuous flow, solar and heat pump, high efficiency options, plus warranties of up to 12 years, like you said, Maroon.
Nice and warm with Ream hot water. As Triple M rocks the finals.
Triple M NRL Primetime.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
Shark footy in September.
Finals are here at last.
It just hits different.
Footy finals on the radio.
Every moment, every try, every contest is just bigger. Triple M Footy is your series ticket to every massive final.
Footy's on the radio.
Tomorrow, Arvo, it's a semi-finals do-or-die battle from Accor Stadium. The Bulldogs versus the Panthers.
Got numbers here, the Panthers.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks finals footy.
Go, you good thing, go, you good thing. Punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. Make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. Then track your multi in real time or within the Ladbrokes app. Go, you good thing, go, you good thing. chances are you're about to lose.
Go Harvey Norman September sellout. Get the latest Windows 11 computer and get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards. That's right, spend $500 or more on a Windows 11 computer and get 10% in gift cards. All the big brands, Acer, Asus, HP, Lenovo and more. Hurry until Sunday only, in-store and online. Harvey Norman September sellout. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards. Conditions and exclusions apply.
A campfire crackles and pops. A native bird trills in the far distance. Waves crash gently onto the shore, and the crickets start to hum. A tent zips open, and the sound of quiet laughter emerges. A night by the fire under the stars. An orchestra of everyday sounds waiting to be rediscovered. Whatever sounds you've lost, our hearing experts could help you find them again. To book a hearing appointment, search Specsavers Audiology.
Anytime is 7-Eleven time, particularly at 6:50pm when the game is about to begin and you need something to bite on that isn't your fingernails. Get game day snacks delivered anytime at 7-Eleven. Find out if we deliver to you.
Lift your game with United.
When you need to lift your game, nothing lifts like a Caterpillar from United Forklifts. If your current forklift is letting the team down, then it's time to lift your game with a Cat from United Forklifts. The toughest and most reliable forklift on the market is in stock right now. Lift your game with a Cat from the United Forklifts team. Google United Forklifts today.
Lift your game with United.
You pulled a night shift, but your hamstring's been nagging you all day. You need pain relief from muscle and joint injuries. New Celebrex Relief. Works hard because you do. New Celebrex Relief. Ask your pharmacist about this product. Incorrect use could be harmful.
If your business needs fast funding, don't get caught offside. With Prosper, you can apply online in less than 10 minutes and get funded in hours. Choose a business loan or line of credit up to $500K. That'll get you over the line. Make extra repayments to save on interest, plus manage your cash flow anytime with the Prosper app. Prosper gets you off the bench and back in the game. Apply today at prosper.com. That's PROSPA. T's and C's and standard credit criteria apply.
Punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. Make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. Then track your multi in real time or within the Ladbrokes app. Chances are you're about to lose.
Thanks to Ream and Maccas.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Welcome back to the Triple M NRL finals coverage across Triple M and Listener. Now, like I always say, maybe you're working away tonight, you can't watch it. Stay with us and we will keep you absolutely 100% up to date and what happens in this game here at GIO Stadium in Canberra. We do it for Ream and for Maccas. But right now, of course, we're doing the keys to success. United Forklifts, they're on deck with us. Lift your game with a Cat forklift from United Forklifts. Google United Forklifts today. All right, we've done the Sharkies. Let's do the Raiders. Let's start with you, Woodsy.
Yeah, look, well, I like the two big men for the Raiders up front. Tuppeny, he has been outstanding. He got the Mal Meninga medal the other night for the Raiders, which is their best and fairest. And Josh Papali'i, he found his way back into an Origin jersey this year. A lot of people speculated, was it in panic? But the performance that he put on, and, the bigger the game, the better he plays. Way to mention it early in the call, it's the unpredictability about these Raiders. And you don't know what you're going to get. You got Tommy Starling. If there's a quick play to the ball, he'll just pick up. He'll drift across field, look to drop players under, like the likes of Hudson Young. Hudson Young will get tackled. He'll try to flick it out. But the thing is, we call it unpredictable, but their players play onto it. They know it's coming. They don't know how it's going to come. They just keep pushing in support, which is what I love about this Raiders side. And look, I mentioned to Wado earlier in this call, are they a side when you come up against them? Do you want to try slow the game down? So personally, I think if they do go set for set, they're going to try come up with some big plays. If they do come off, they're going to look brilliant. They're, like you said, they got the likes of Weeks out the back. The pace that he got, we seen it last week. He just took off. He took the first defender off the ruck, just stepped him straight cold and got a try underneath the post. And I think if they can generate some ruck speed, they've got some really good outside backs that can make you pay.
Yeah, for me, again, simple. Their ball control would be number one. They do like to throw caution to the wind, so they can't be, taking those 50-50 and having unforced errors and allowing this Sharks team good field position and good possession, because they will make you pay. And then off the back of that, Fogarty, the responsibility without Ethan Strange, his kicking game, kicking his team in the good field position.
Okay, I want to go back to the sideline. David Riccio has caught up with one of Cronulla's toughest, Cam McInnes. Let me go down to you now, David.
Hey, Maroon, you just said toughest. How tough is this? It's 4 degrees down here on the sideline, and what? Shock, horror. Cam McInnes is wearing shorts. Run us through it, Cam. Why the decision on the wardrobe? It's an absolute malfunction.
Yeah, I think the theme of this, you could probably, apply to my whole career. People say toughness is just stupidity. I thought the Sydney weather would follow me down for whatever reason. So, yeah, Canberra and, spring, winter doesn't work that way.
Unfortunately, you can't be out there tonight. How's the knee progression going as far as recovery is concerned?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's still early days, only 3 weeks. But, I'm walking around, not laid up. Been able to come down to Canberra, which, could be worse.
You've been in and around the boys. Talk to us about the mood. Talk to us about the intensity as far as being prepared for this huge clash, do or die.
Yeah, real calm and just a lot of belief amongst the squad. It's been a journey the last few years. Learn a lot and been in situations like this, and every year I think we've learned and improved. And doesn't mean that, you got to go out there and get the job done. You got to apply that, but I feel like this is the most prepared the team's been since I've been here.
Talk to us about how the reaction came through when the news broke of Ethan Strain's omission earlier this morning.
Well, you address it because, you got to, but to be honest, this time of year, whoever gets the jersey is going to do a job. This is what we all dream of, these big moments, and whoever steps in for them is going to do the job. So you don't want to focus too much on that. It can galvanise them as well. He's a big out for him, so they could, let's go and do this. So you just got to apply pressure and take that away from him.
Thanks for joining us on Triple M, Cam.
All good, mate. No worries.
He's a good fella. Cam McInnes joining David Riccio on the sideline. Triple M rocks the NRL finals. NRL primetime is thanks to Mitsubishi Heavy Industry Air Conditioners. Put your trust in the experts in air. Kickoff is now only 9 minutes away as Triple M rocks the footy.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Well, at Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. Choice Hotels have over 7,500 locations worldwide, Wado.
Yeah, that's right, Maroon. You always get the lowest price guarantee when you book direct at choicehotel.com. And right now, you can check into more with 10% off your next break.
So do it. T's and C's apply. choicehotels.com for all the details.
Triple M NRL Primetime.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
Supercross is back in Sydney as the Boost Mobile AusX Championship roars into Shark Park for the first time ever. One night only, Saturday, October 25. The most thrilling motorsport on the planet with international level racing, insane FMX stunts, loads of entertainment for one massive night of action. Tickets start at $39. Don't miss out. The Boost Mobile AusX Championship. Get your tickets from Ticketek now. Proudly supported by Triple M.
Go Harvey Norman September sellout. Get the latest Windows 11 computer and get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards. That's right, spend $500 or more on a Windows 11 computer and get 10% in gift cards. All the big brands, Acer, Asus, HP, Lenovo and more. Hurry until Sunday only, in-store and online. Harvey Norman September sellout. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards. Conditions and exclusions apply.
Anytime is 7-Eleven time, particularly at 6:50 p.m. when the game is about to begin and you need something to bite on that isn't your fingernails. Get game day snacks delivered anytime at 7-Eleven. Find out if we deliver to you.
Bella's at Ampol, filling up with Amplify premium fuels before bush bashing to her favourite camping spot. But mentally, she's already there, cooking up a batch of damper. Her kids already tucking into dessert. Roasted marshmallows. They'll be there in 2 hours. Go from A to anywhere with Amplify Premium Fuels. Engineered for tough Aussie conditions. Ampol, Australia's own.
Jack Daniels and Cola have teamed up with Rush Hour, giving away 3 prizes of $2,000 cash. Listen out for the Jack Daniels and Cola code word and enter on the Triple M win page. Jack Daniels and Cola, ready when you are. Please drink responsibly.
At the end of a long day on the tools, there's nothing like swapping the high-vis
for your team's colours. While you're waiting for kickoff, rest assured Cbus is still working hard for you, securing strong long-term returns for the retirement you've earned. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Go you good thing, go you good thing. Punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. Make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. Then track your multi in real time or within the Ladbrokes app. Go you good thing, go you good thing. Chances are you're about to lose.
Do you hear that? That's the lunch rush. But don't worry, we've got enough internet on tap. Yep, at Aussie Broadband, our award-winning network is prepared for whatever you throw at it. It's purpose-built to handle demand, even at rush hour, to keep your connection running smoothly with fast-flowing internet. Make the switch to your local internet. Make the switch to Aussie Broadband. That's the actual Aussie way.
Bunnings Trade is here to help trade customers with quick quotes and pricing on a wide range of supplies, plus stock inquiries, delivery updates and more. Call Trade Assist on 134872 or jump online and we'll help you get what you need fast. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Live at GIO Stadium in Canberra, do or die, sudden death footy. It's the Raiders and the Sharks, and the kickoff is 4 minutes away as Triple M rocks the footy.
Got equipment to sell? Ritchie Brothers helps you reach more buyers and get the best returns. With auctions happening year-round, we connect sellers with thousands of bidders from the construction, transport and agriculture industries. Sell with the best. Sell with confidence. More buyers, better results. It's that simple. Reach more, get more with Ritchie Brothers. Start selling today at rbauction.com.au.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Okay, Bob Jane T-Mart. Shop, stop and save at Bob Jane. What a free tyre. Buy 3 Bridgestone Kumho or J-Trax tyres, get the 4th free. And 25% off Yokohama Geo16 and Geo18 tyres. Bob Jane, T's and C's apply. Down on the sideline, David, how's the atmosphere?
Yeah, absolutely electric with fireworks going off and green machine flags flying everywhere. There is a pocket of blue, black and white as far as Sharks fans are concerned. They've travelled down the highway. Guys, a little bit of surface dew on top of the GIO Stadium surface here, and that's just from the rain that was about last night. Also, it says it's 8 degrees, Maroon, but on the Google weather, it says feels like 3 degrees, and I can tell you, it absolutely does.
Yeah, that's what I said. We come down here from Sydney, and it's very deceiving because you're in the car, it's blue skies and sun, and then you get out and you go, what the bloody hell's going on here? So, I think we're all a little bit underdressed for this one. Nevertheless, kickoff is only 3 minutes away, and of course we'll back this up tomorrow, and we'll have that Penrith Doggies game for you tomorrow. Penrith red-hot favourites for that one.
Hold on a second, brother. How excited are you? You're standing on top of that chair. What's going on, brother?
I'm just beside myself. I was trying to make a comfortable seat that was a little bit higher than a normal chair, but I'm scared I'm going to break my neck. Who wins tonight and why, Woodsy?
I'm going to go with the Sharkies. I think the late out of Ethan Strange is going to be massive for the Canberra's. It can galvanise the side, but I've loved the Sharks in the last month of footy. They've really hit their form. They've hit their strides at the right time of the year, and I think it's the Raiders are there to be taken tonight.
Should I ask you, Wado?
I'm with the Sharks, mate. I think, listen, the keys, they need to defend well, stop this really tough, unorthodox Canberra attack, and if they can do that, they'll find some points of their own.
All right, now, this is a red-hot Choice Hotel stat, Wado. The only away venue the Sharks have ever won an away final at in the NRL era is here at Canberra. Let me say that again. The only away venue the Sharks have ever won an away final at is here at Canberra.
I was here that night. I don't really remember much of it. I got knocked out in the first 5 minutes by a forearm from BJ Leilua. But listen, I said the Sharks, they do have some good memories coming down here, the supporters. It was a tremendous night that night. Matty Pryor, he put the team on his back, and they got us home that night. But listen, this is new teams, new challenges in front of them. Canberra, so much to play for. Minor premiers, only a couple of weeks ago. Here they are in an elimination final, and the Sharks wanting to earn some respect. Well, here's an opportunity. Go out there, get a result, and then no one can argue against this current group anymore.
Who cares about stats, Maroon? This is semi-final footy, brother.
Yes.
There's no stat to say you're going to be there next week if you lose, brother.
Indeed, stats are made to be broken. Here they come, the Shark. He's out onto the field. Kennedy at fullback. Katoa and Mulatalo are the wings. Ramian and Iro are the centres. Trindle and Hines are the halves. Up front, it's Big Adam, Fanua Blake and Toby Rudolph. Blake Brayley is the hooker. The back row, Burns, Wilton, and number 13 is Jesse Calhoun, coached by Craig Fitzgibbon, who won a premiership with Ricky Stewart as his coach. And, of course, that's the last time that Ricky won a premiership as a coach. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be 2025. Of course, he got his chance in 2019, but things just didn't go the Raiders' way on that night. So the Viking horn, it's the great Bradley Clyde tonight blowing the Viking horn. And there's the Viking clap. Love it. What a sight. What a sight. As the Green Machine make their way onto GIO Stadium in Canberra, looking for their first premiership since 1994. Well, they've got to get through this one. Weeks as the fullback, Tamale and Stewart are the wings, Timoko and Chris in the centres. Sasangi comes in for Ethan Strange at 5'8". Jamal Fogarty is the halfback. Papali'i and Joe Tarpany up front. Starling is the hooker. Hudson Young, Zach Hosking at least. And Corey the Freckle Hofra is the lock forward. The boys are going for Sharks victory tonight. Our referee is Grant Atkins, and we're about to get underway.
Are you okay, Maroon? You seem a little bit nervous, mate.
I am.
Stuttering the words a bit. Come on, mate.
Yes.
We know it's a big occasion, but you've done this all year, okay? Just go there and execute like you do every other week. Okay,
like another game.
I'll tell you what, Maroon, you normally see when the Viking Club happens, the sides respect it. The Sharks go in a huddle in the middle of the field. They don't give a rat's about the Viking Club.
Yes, indeed. And we're about to get underway. What an unfortunate name for it, though, the Viking Clap. Can't they call it something else? There's Brayley kicking us off. We are underway for Riemann Mackers. Jed Stewart. Papali'i brings it forward. And he meets a wall of blue jumpers, and he'll play it 15 metres out and 10 in from touch. Starling goes to dummy half. The Green Machine. Minor premiers. Remember, the last team to go straight out the back door was the Dragons in 2009. Corey Horsburgh charges into Brayley, and he's going to play at 20 metres his own side of the halfway line on tackle 3. Then Starling to the right for Tarpany. Straight into them. Trindle's got him, so too Teague Wilton. 10 their own side of the halfway line. Starling goes to Papali'i, and on tackle 5 there, about 3 metres their own side of halfway, the Green Machine. Starling, and then Jamal Fogarty. And this one is coming down for Kennedy to take it on the full 10 out from his own line. So he comes back, but there's a wall of green jumpers there to bring him down. Of course, Jamal Fogarty off to Manly next year. Possibly his last game. Well, it will be if they don't get a win, the Green Machine. Anyway, this is Katoa, about 21 metres out from his own line. And he'll get up and play it back now to Brayley. Back toward the centre it comes. And they're 20 metres their own side of the halfway line. The Cronulla Sharks get up and play it back. Brayley again. And then to the centre of the field for Calhoun, who's about 10 metres his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. Brayley, this time to Atten for Fanua Blake. And now referee Atkins says last play of the set. It goes across to Trindle, who kicks from just his own side of the halfway line. Bounces awkwardly for Kyo Weeks. And touch in goal, Aaron Wood.
Yeah, it's an unlucky kick from Trindle. He got a nice turn on it. But watching the Raiders' first kick, Fogarty goes and kicks it to the middle of the field to Will Kennedy. I think he's got to be careful with that because the Sharks back five love to link up, and you just let them pick where they want to start their sets.
How you feeling, Wade? Are you nervous?
No, listen, both sets getting here's the early penalty from Canberra Raiders, but both teams, they traded sets there, simple stuff, just move the ball aggressively up the field, getting to their kicks. This filling out period here, first real opportunity for Canberra Off the back of that penalty, Fogarty finds touch right on the 50-metre line, so they're straight in the good ball.
Now Timokor takes the tack, and then he gets it away to Weeks, and Weeks gets the pass onto Horsburgh, and they're just inside Sharky's territory. 2.5 minutes gone. Beacon Trade scoreboard. It's 0-0 as Triple M rocks the finals. Starling then goes to Fogarty. Fogarty drops one underneath, and they come back up the middle of the field. It's Hudson Young, involved in so much controversy last week. 15 metres inside the Sharks' end. Starling gets it away to Disco Joe Tarpany, and they're almost inside the Westpac red zone. It's played back to Starling again. Then it goes to Fogarty. Little pass away to Hosking, and now the Sharkies defend the Westpac red zone. 11 metres out. Starling, Fogarty to the centre. It's big Josh Papali'i still going. Last play there, 8 metres out. The Raiders, they need to go left. Tackle 5, Starling, Fogarty, awkward pass, picked up on the bounce, was a knockback. Forward. That pass looked forward, surely, back to Starling. Starling's going to get caught with it on tackle 6. Last play, Sharkies ball, great defensive set, the Sharkies fans have gone mad.
Yeah, just a moment there, Jamal Fogarty opts to run it on the last play. It's just the pass hit the ground. Probably lucky that they got caught a knock back and then possibly a forward pass, but the scramble defence from the Sharks managed to get the ball. As you see, Brayley's first. There it is. He just notices the chink straight away. Quick play the ball, marker out of play. Brady's so quick out of hooker, earns the penalty.
This is what we spoke about, Wader. The back five of the Sharks, they wiggle in tackles and they make it really awkward for the markers to get to their position. And Blake Brady's so smart. The form he's been in the back end of the competition. He just gets the first penalty for the Sharkies.
4 minutes, Beacon Trade scoreboard, 0-0, sudden death. It's the Sharkies and the Raiders. It's Ramian, it's Hines, it's Adam Fanua Blake. And the big fella, the meter eater. He's brought down 30 metres out, centre of the field. That's tackle 1. Good field position, Sharkies now. As it goes to Calhoun, he drops one back under. And now the Raiders defend the Westpac red zone as Toby Rudolph gets up and plays it back. Centre field, he's knocked it on. Toby's knocked it on. He's knocked it on. And the Raiders force the error.
Yeah, he's saying, it looks like he's saying that he was holding it, but no intentional to rate there. Would have loved to have seen if the Sharks could get up and play the ball because Tarpany was caught at 4-man defender. It's an awkward one in the ruck. Sharks need to be completing well. You know what the semi-finals are like. We spoke about it pre-game. You want to just get the end of your sets, kick to the corner, make them work out. It's a bit of a let-off for the Raiders.
Well, a nervy start from both teams, really. The last play option there from Canberra, and then an early fumble from Toby Rudolph. But Starling, just the work in there, around the ball, the experience, put some pressure on the big man early.
5 gone, 0-0. Sharks Raiders as Triple M rocks the final. Starling, and then it goes to Jed Stewart. Stewart's about 12 his own side of the halfway line, and he'll get up and play it back to Starling. Short side, Hosking up toward the halfway line. Can't get the pass away, and brought down virtually right on the halfway line on tackle 3. Starling, and then Horsburgh, and he's met by Toby Rudolph in an angry tackle, and Calhoun brings him down, and they're right on the halfway line on tackle 4, the Raiders. Starling again, Fogarty again, and then they go across to the centre of the park for Hudson Young. Just crosses the halfway line on tackle 5, says referee Grant Atkins. Now it comes back to Fogarty. From the halfway, his kick is high and sprinting down, and they let it bounce, and it bounces for a Raiders player batted back. This will be a Sharks ball. Toby Rudolph batted back to a Sharky player.
Yeah, a couple of shaky moments from Toby Rudolph at the moment. Just diving that ball, but luckily Blake Brady was there. Another, wouldn't say it, the best of kick for Fogarty. He just sort of looked like he just shanked it a bit, but it did land and it hit the deck. The Sharks need to catch that on the full.
Monopoly is back at Macca's. Play only in the app. Ends October 14. McDonalds.com.au. Sharks are just their own side of the halfway line. Trindle is dummy half. Nico Hines. Then it went to Calhoun, and he's going to be brought down by Papali'i just inside Raiders territory on tackle 5. Still 0-0. First receiver on the last play. This is Trindle. Up goes the kick. Jed Stewart gets under it, and Jeddy Stewart takes it beautifully, and the defence converges on him to bring him down. 10 metres out from his own line. Played back then to Fogarty, and now it's up to the Raiders to work it out from their own end through Timokor. But the Sharks have got him right where they want him as he gets up and plays it back to Weeks. And then it goes to Tamale. and Tamale is going to be driven back, still inside their own 20, the Raiders, and tackle 3 is the call, 7 gone. He'll get up and play it back. Starling gets out a dummy half, away from one. They clipped him high. He was clipped high there, and it's your man, Toby Rudolph. Let's go down to the sideline for Bob Jane. David Riccio.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on Ronaldo Mulatalo, Maroon. It was just jammed, that shoulder, right shoulder of his was just jammed on that kick chase on the Jed Stewart collect, and he looks like to be wringing that arm out as though it's a burner. Staying on the field, he looks okay, Ronaldo, but it's too many errors now for Cronulla. Watch the Raiders attack here, fellas. They're coming straight down Braden Trindle's side. They want to target and tire him out.
Now we've got the Raiders right on the halfway line. Thank you very much, David, for Bob Jane. Sasungi to dummy half this time, and now Hudson Young tries to bring it forward. Adam Fanua-Blake's got him just inside Sharks territory. He'll play it back to Starling. Then it goes to Tarpany. Tarpany gets it away to the Freckle. Corey Horsburgh. He's about 31 metres out from the Sharkies line. Centre field. Now it'll come to Fogarty. Drops one underneath for Timoko. And now we find ourselves back inside the Westpac red zone. And it takes a little Westpac. Ball comes across to Horsburgh. Fogarty, Hudson Young. Young is going to be met by Billy Burns at 9 metres out. The Raiders on tackle 5. It's played to Starling. Jamal Fogarty. Up she goes, baby. Very sideways kick. Coming down, loose, picked up by Mulatalo. It's a Sharks ball, 3 metres out, 0-all, 8.5 gone.
Yeah, better kick that from Fogarty. Just put in that real no man's land, always dangerous, on top of the half-back head. And they opted to let the ball bounce there, the Sharks. Dodged the bullet. Lucky that Mulatalo was in the backfield to clean it up.
Now remember, the winner has to go on and play Melbourne in Melbourne. So there's a big hit on Calhoun, and it was Disco Joe Tarpany. He knocked him into next Wednesday. Now Toby Rudolph again. The defence is strong, 15 metres out from the Sharks line. Great defence, the Green Machine. Trindle kicks this from inside the 20, and it's going to be taken by Kyo Weeks. And you know what? They're already at the halfway line. The Raiders over the halfway line. Now it's tackle 1. As we approach the first 10 minutes of this game, it's played to Sasungi, and then it goes across to Tamale. And he's going to be brought down there by Calhoun, and Herb Burns gets up and plays it back. The dummy half is Sasungi again. Makes good yards, the late inclusion. 28 metres out centre field. Starling and Fogarty, and Hosking goes back underneath. And that's good defence from Burns to bring him down. 19 out in centre field. Tackle 4 is the call. Then it goes across from Starling to Hudson Young, and then out the back door. Sasungi's proving to be a handful. Tackle 5. They're 9 metres out. It's played to Starling. It's given to Fogarty. He's going to kick out right side again. Up they go. Battered back. Still alive. Ko Weeks sends it back toward the centre. Cleaned up by a Sharks player. Oh, Woodsy.
It's a huge let-off for the Sharkies there. Raiders look like they had him cut to pieces. A good another kick from Fogarty to end that set. They got up there. Jed Stewart knocks it back. Sharkies just need to calm down. They just need to get back into the arm wrestle. Worry about their discipline and don't come up with an error and get the ball down the other end of the field.
And as we play on, Woodsy adds another one to his list. Not another good kick, a good another kick from Jamal Fogarty.
I'm just excited.
Kick.
It's semi-final footy, Maroon.
I'm excited too. Don't worry about that. I called Zach Hosking Zach Husking. Last play, the dummy half is Brayley. Back it goes to Nico Hines, who kicks it straight down the middle for Kyo Weeks, who picks it up 20 metres out from his own line. 11 gone, Beacon Trade scoreboard. It's 0-all the Raiders and the Sharks. How you feeling, Wado?
No, I'm all right, mate. Listen, the Raiders, they're enjoying the better of the field position at the moment, just winning that battle of the play the balls. And Sasungi, hasn't he looked impressive? His first opening touches, just elusive, great ball carrier, and he's certainly caused some issues for that edge defence to start this match.
Now this is Jed Stewart playing it to Starling. It goes off now to Timoko, and Timoko goes straight into the defence, and he's brought down by Teague Wilton just inside Sharks territory. Good yards out of dummy half Starling and Tarpany, and he got it away to Fogarty. Fogarty to Hudson Young. Well, the Green Machine, they want to throw it around. Last play, 20 metres inside Sharks into the field. Here's Fogarty. Now he kicks out left side. Time. It's hanging up there. It comes down. It's knocked on by Katoa. It's picked up by Sasungi. And he's brought down half a metre out. Gets up and plays it. They try and burrow their way over. And they're claiming a try, Tamale. He's claiming a try out of dummy half. He borrowed his way over. Referee says no try.
Hogan's double movement.
Yeah, it looks like he hits the ground before the try line. We see him there. Will Kennedy.
Is Will Kennedy on side, but could this be a 6 again or a penalty?
The ball looks initially short there.
The young Tamale. It's a quick play the ball off the kick. The Sione Katoa error. They attack the line. Tamale, he's well short. He's tackled. Does he try to promote the ball? He does. Yeah, he does. He just can't help himself.
Ah, what a fool.
Hey, Moran, I wouldn't go that far. It's hard out there, mate.
I understand.
In the moment, you know how important a try is, just to discipline the self-control.
Short by Sam.
Just made a rush. It was a rush of blood.
A rush of blood, yes.
We have a decision.
Well,
that's a huge play from Will Kennedy. Look,
dear, oh dear.
Sione Katoa comes up with the loose ball, boys. But it's the effort of Will Kennedy to get back in position, to get at marker, not be in an offside position, and make the tackle on Tamale to save a try. That's a huge play from Will Kennedy.
How good's Sasungi going?
Oh, he's been one of the best on field, Maroon.
All right, 12 minutes gone on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. The Sharks weather the storm. It's 0-0. They get a penalty. Beacon Trade, book your next install. Fans, lighting, electrical sorted. Join now at beacontrade.com.au. Beacon Trade, love the tradies. And they love you too. beacontrade.com.au. Kennedy is pulled down 20 metres his own side of the halfway line. And away we go again, the Sharkies, as they say. They've weathered the storm. Now they have the football. About 11 metres their own side of the halfway line. It'll be played back to Brayley. Then it goes to Trindle. Trindle gets it away to Toby Rudolph, who's taken a while to settle into this game. He's about 5 his own side of the halfway line. Now Brayley, now Teague Wilton. And inside Canberra Raiders territory on tackle 5. At the play the ball, they come to the left side for Trindle, who kicks from 40 metres out. Kaio Weeks shouldn't have too much trouble here. He takes it and comes out of his own in goal and plays it 8 metres out. So still 0-0, 13 minutes gone in this game. As it's played back now to Tamale, who went for that double movement and really let the pressure valve off for the Sharks.
It's a big steady move for the Sharks. The last time they had the Raiders pinned down here, it was a 5th tackle penalty from Toby Rudolph. Just Canberra rolling up their sleeves. A great tackle, a great run there from Tamale.
The outside back sprayer for Canberra.
And back now from inside the 40, Jamal Fogarty kicks, but Katoa is under it and takes it 20 metres out from his own line. Starts the charge back. Gets tackled by, good tackle by Hosking. About 23 metres his own side of the halfway line, then Katoa, then Mulatalo. And he finds Iro open out there on the wing, but he can't get away from Jed Stewart. And with the help of Corey Horsburgh, they bring him down. And then it's played to Teague Wilton, given to Ronnie Mulatalo again, who gallops across field. And Papali'i's got him. They're 10 their own side of the halfway line. Raiders and Sharks, Fareem and Maccas, as Triple M rocks the finals. Here's Nico Hines, quick hands Ramian, and then out to Katoa over the halfway line. Steps inside Chris, steps inside another. He needs support now, Katoa. Gets it away to Nico Hines. Now they come out left. Teague Wilton, he charged under the ball. Wilton's going to need support. Wilton needs support, and he's taken in a beautiful tackle. 10 out from the Raiders line. Gets up and plays it back. Mulatalo. Hines gets it away to Trindle. Trindle's kick. There's diffused. The referee sees it knocked on.
That is a lucky finish to the set there. Canberra's come up with a knock on. Braden Trindle, if he goes through the hands, they've got him stripped for numbers massive. Even puts a kick out over the top, but he goes for a grubber for himself for no reason why he did that. It was like he got run into a hole and tried to get away out of it. It was great lead-up play. Nico Hines drifts across field, found Teague Wilton, who just went straight through a hole. But the Sharks, wow, they've got to get better finish to the end of the sets.
So they get lucky there, as Woodsy say, because it's a Raiders knock on. So Sharks still with the ball. Hines goes right side. Now Kennedy steps inside one. Pulled down about 5 metres out. He'll get up and play it back. Still 0-0. Now Brayley gets it away to Billy Burns. He's 2 metres out from the Green Machines line. He's going to get up and play it back. 6 tackles start again. Brayley. Then it goes to Calhoun. Off to Trindle. Left side, Iro numbers. And he's brought down there in a good tackle by Timoko. About 9 metres out. 5 in from touch. Trindle. Then across for Wilton. Wilton then gets it away to Watton for Noah Blake. And brought down 5 metres out. Just about 3 metres to the left-hand side of the upright. It's the Sharks on the attack. Brayley. Nico Hines. Billy Burns. Burns, great defence. Canberra, great defence. Tackle 4 at the play the ball. It'll go from Brayley. It'll go out to Toby Rudolph. He'll reach out, but he's tackled millimetres short, right under the posts. Brayley, Hines, now Kennedy throws the pass back inside to Ramian. Ramian gets away from one, offloads them to Katoa, who puts a kick in. And I think it's been knocked on again. Canberra it has.
Knocked on the ground.
Oh, the pressure. 0-all, 16 dogs.
Yeah, it was a real test there. That's the first time they tested out that left-hand defence of the Canberra Raiders, and they passed with flying colours deep into the line, lead onto Sungy, double-D'd it. They ran into a dead end in that corner, but on the end of it, Sione Katoa, a little grubber, and just young Tamale comes up with a little knock on. And as you said, Maroon, the pressure is building. Sharks just got to stay patient here.
Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Now at Harvey Norman, 10% in bonus gift cards with Windows 11 computers, $500 or more, and Sunday T's and C's do apply. Now, the ball is knocked on by Jess Ramian. And much like happened down the other end, the Cronulla Raiders are just let off. The Cronulla Sharks are just let off. The pressure valve is released.
Oh, that's right. Away that quarter. They left edge defensively for the Raiders. They passed with flying colours and has put pressure on the Sharks. It's a simple catch that Ramian would do it 99 times out of 100. And he just took his eyes off the ball. There was no contact in front of him. It was just a simple pass from the scrum. He should have held that. It just releases the whole pressure off the Canberra Raiders defensive line.
Just fundamental errors in moments like these, big games like these, are so important. You can, a contested ball, something bobbing on the ground with pressure on you, you can accept it. A cold drop, well, they're tough ones to take, Maroon.
Now it's 0-all, 17.5 gone on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. Sharks and Raiders. And the Raiders are 20 metres out from their own line. Hudson Young is pulled down, 20 metres short of the halfway line now. Starling goes into dummy half and gets that pass away to Joey Tarpany. Let's go down to the sideline. We haven't heard from Dave Riccio for a while.
Yeah, look, still no changes as far as both coaches are concerned, boys, which is quite surprising, I would say, from more of a Cronulla point of view, given how many more tackles they've had to make as far as the possession stats are concerned, as Fogarty puts an absolute screamer in the air.
And he does, and Will Kennedy knocks it on. 10 metres out from his own line. Thank you, David. It was a big high kick. Kennedy got under it, but he dropped it.
Maroon, what a kick from Fogarty. He's been questioned with his game management as of late, but that's a beauty. It's a torpy. It's a floater. Will Kennedy had nowhere to go, but the Sharks, back-to-back errors, they're just not helping themselves. Come on.
We've got some great kickers in our competition. Obviously, Nathan Cleary comes to mind, Adam Reynolds, Matt Burton. But I'll tell you what, Jamal Fogarty, he is right at the top of the tree, and that was perfect. He hit it in the perfect spiral, had it over Will Kennedy's head. He just made a meal of it, and I expect Jamal will be testing that out again a bit later.
Okay. Now, here is big Josh Papali'i, 9 metres out, right in front of the post, 0-all, 19 gone. Right side, Corey Horsburgh takes them on, and they might have been a tad offside. They're right in front of the post, the Raiders. As the ball tackle count restarts, Starling, Fogarty, drops one under for Zach Hosking. And Hosking's brought down, but as I say, they're right underneath the sticks here, the Raiders. Getting up to play it back, Starling goes left this time. It ends up with Fogarty, who gets a pass away to Young. Young looks for support, can't get the pass away, brought down by Billy Burns about 3 metres out. Then played again. This time, Visco Joe Tarpany is stopped. I tell you what, he's 2 metres out on tackle 4. They'll go to Fogarty, centre of the field. Then right side to Kyo Weeks. Weeks takes on Trindle, and he's brought down there about 1 metre out from the Sharkies line on tackle 4. So Starling, a little cheeky pass back inside. Raiders will be held up over the line. Great defence displayed from both sides, Wado.
Yeah, it was a great set from the Canberra Raiders so far. The Sharks defence has been able to answer every question. It's a good result now. Last play, set defensive line.
Now, last play, there is the kick. Comes down, taken beautifully by Ramian. But hang on a second. Raiders have got a penalty here. Raiders have got a penalty here, Aaron Woods.
And Jamal Fogarty's calling to the bench to roll on. I'd be taking the 2. Look, the game's been neck and neck there. You know, there's been moments where Cronulla have had the ascendancy, then Canberra have regained it. I just want to get points on the board. It'll relax everybody knowing that you're already up 2-0. If you get a try, you could go to 8, but they're taking the tap.
They're taking the tap.
Feeling it, Woodsy.
Here's Papali'i. Now, we'll come back to what that penalty was for in a minute, but escort is the call. Okay, 5 metres out. Papali'i gets up to play it on tackle 1. Starling is there. Left side to Fogarty, back inside to Tarpany. Tarpany back to Fogarty. Now they go left again. Here's the freckle, Corey Horsburgh. And he's picked up and tipped down about 4 metres out from the Sharkies line. Have to play the ball. Starling goes short side to Hudson Young, but the Sharks defence is holding. Tackle 3. This is Fogarty. Fogarty back toward the centre. Papali'i straightens things up. Can he get the pass away? No. Right on the 10-metre line. On tackle 4, 21 gone. It's 0-all. Starling, Fogarty, Weeks. Oh, they bring him down. Iro tackles him on the last play now. Again, Fogarty will kick out to the left side. Up come the troops. This ricochets back toward the Raiders. Tackle count restarts. Tamale. Now remember, the tackle count is fresh, and they are about 5 metres out. 6 again. Starling back toward the centre. Tarpany. Oh, there's a penalty. It's a high tackle on Disco Joe Tarpany.
Surely take the 2.
Well, the reason for me is that you look at the Sharks the last few weeks, they've let in 2 tries from kicks.
Blood coming from Tarpany's nose here.
Or could this be a
bin?
That's not bad. That's okay. But you don't know. You don't know this day and age.
I think listen, it's careless from Toby. I don't think it's in the bin. It certainly hasn't missed. It's hit him right in the correct spot because there was blood, a lot of blood coming straight away. And listen, I think they've got an opportunity to reset. Just take the 2, get first points, get a lead, settle down the team.
Well, my thing was, Wade, you've seen the way that the Sharks have defended the last few weeks. They've been outstanding. I'd just be wanting to get points on the board. You know, you want to come down here and then, with what happened last week, if you don't come up with that try...
they're going to take the tap again.
Well, they are too. Wow.
Toby Rudolph, high shot on report. Raiders Sharks 0-all, 22 gone. Beacon Trade scoreboard. Next install. Now, here we go. Corey Horsburgh. And again, the Sharks defend inside the Westpac red zone to get it done. It takes a little Westpac. Left side it goes to Horsburgh. And Horsburgh's going to be met by Billy Bournes and brought down about 3 metres out. So he'll get up and play it on tackle 2. Starling is there. Now it goes to Sasangi straightens things up. Brought down by Adam Fanua-Blake. The Sharks just have to keep this up. Now it goes Starling. And Fogarty gets away from Rudolph. Fanua-Blake gets him. Rudolph comes back at him. Now he's just to the right-hand side of the uprights on tackle 4. Starling, then to Horsburgh. Horsburgh for the line. What about this defence from the Sharks? I'm telling you, Horsburgh's right on the line. It's a try. It's a try. He got it down on the line. That's a try. Corey Horsburgh. It was nothing pretty, but it's a try, and it's right under the posts. Let's have a look at a Harvey Norman replay.
Well, the referee is right in spot, Grant Atkins, so it felt like it was about to go hurled and the players were getting to go to the marker position. It's just a simple stutter pass straight to Horsburgh under the post. I think it's Colquhoun and Billy Burns have him. And then they're just looking at Blake Brayley's sort of looking there. It's sort of like...
No, it rolls it off the crossbar. Off the pads. The goalpost pads. The Sharks thought the job was done. The ball was still in the air. And he just rolls it off. Great fight from Horsburgh. Sneaks that elbow through. And they respond first. And again, Woodsy Wilbo saying elect for the 2. But Canberra, they were confident.
Yep.
They kept rolling on and they get their rewards. Horsburgh under the post. And finally, after... 25 minutes we find some points in this match.
Well, you look at it now. They've been tackled 24 times in the opposition's 20-metre zone. So, look, we were just thinking get points on the board, but, geez, they did back themselves. We thought with the slow momentum of the play, they would have just went with the 2.
Triple M Pertec kick predictor for reliable performance. Pertec, since 1980, they have been drama-resistant, 100%. Here comes Jamal from right in front, bang. And it's 6-0 as Triple M rocks the finals.
Hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. You know who we're talking about. Built tough for Aussie conditions and manufacturing right here in Australia for over 80 years. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a ring.
They had 2 opportunities to take the 2 points, the Raiders. They ignored it both times. It was really interesting. Jamal Fogarty will turn to the Raiders bench, and Raiders coach Ricky Stewart, as we know, he lives down there on the bench. And straight away, Ricky put the 2 thumbs up. You roll on, son. You go for it. He backed his halfback, and they've come up front. They needed to. In the fair income states, with the statistics they are, 65% possession, the Raiders, compared to 35% for the Sharks. It was so imperative that the Raiders pulled away some points. 6-0 Raiders.
Okay, that's David Riccio on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Marts. Hazelton and Hamlin Welle look set to come into the contest now, Aaron Woods.
Yeah, as you watch your 2 big boppers, I think they probably take Colquhoun and Toby Rudolph off, and you bring 2 fresh legs on. But watching a couple of players on that kickoff, when they just went past the ball a little bit, you see them slide. So still slippery conditions at the moment. Okay, Sharkies, 9 of 14 sets completed at the moment, and 13 from 15. The Raiders have had a lot more ball as David eluded. And those stats, thanks to Choice Hotels, get more for your money, so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guaranteed, choicehotels.com. Starling, Fogarty, Young, Nico Hines has him. He'll stop him. Just his own side of the halfway line. Tackle 5. Raiders 6 lead the Sharks 0. The loser is done. The winner plays Melbourne. Kennedy takes that one on the full, and the feral Raiders fans were absolutely giving it to him.
It just, again, it felt like a crucial catch for him. Obviously, the last torpedo he put down, and he was super safe then, got his feet under it. But it felt like a big catch for him. Settle the nerves, get back some possession for this Sharks team.
Now here's Ronnie Mulatalo, 12 his own side of the halfway line. And then Brayley and Trindle. Then the ball goes to Hamlin Welle, who has just gotten out there, who gets up and plays it back there for Brayley. Then Adam Fanua-Blake. Here's the boy from Goulburn, big Tommy Hazelton. He called in the Goulburn for a feed on the way down here, the Paragon. There's the last play of the set. It's coming down. Jenny Stewart, safe. And he's going to be taken by Ero. 10 out from his own line. Sharkies 6 lead. Sharkies trail 6-0, I beg your pardon. Raiders lead 6-0 Beacon Trade scoreboard. 14 left in the first half. And the Raiders are 15 out from their own line. Kyo Weeks goes into dummy half and gets the ball away to Tamale, who's met by Burns. And the freshman out there, Tommy Hazelton, as well. They are at their own 20-metre line. Played then to Starling. Sebastian Chris is down that left side. And he's going to play it. About 19 his own side of the halfway line. They go left again, and then Starling brings it back toward the middle of the field and is met by a Malachi crunch. About 12 short of the halfway. So, last play of the set. Fogarty from inside the 40. And it's going to bounce up. It's no 40-20. It pulls up 25 out from the Sharks line.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit of the middle forwards just pushing up real hard with each other for the Sharks. The Raiders are just eating them up at the moment. They're just too tight. But it's come off the amount of defence they've had to do. The Raiders are in complete control. It's been an outstanding start from them, and Fogarty's just led them around the field perfectly.
So, Sharks have the ball back. Brayley. And now they find themselves about 18 their own side of the halfway line, the Sharks. Trail 6-0. This is Errol. Played then to Brayley and then to Teague Wilton right on the halfway line. Tackle 3. Back to the centre. This is Adam Fanua-Blake. Hamlin Welle now inside Raiders territory. And stopped by some good defence there from Horsburgh. And so too Joe Tarpany. Now Hines goes to the line. And I think he's knocked it on. He has. Well, I'll tell you what the first issue probably is here.
He wants a challenge, this Maroon. He wants a challenge.
Okay, Harvey Norman, captain's challenge. Let's have a look at it for Harvey Norman.
I didn't mind the play because it was the first time you've seen
Nico Hines and lose it, then use the ground to keep it.
It was the first time we've seen Nico take off. A little bit of leg speed. It was a little bit of a worry for the Raiders' defence, but it's when he comes to the ground, it's a good collision from Smithies and Young.
That's a strip, isn't it?
I don't think it's a. He's still got control of the ball. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Cleared any contact from Hudson. He's also just making a tackle. There's no strip.
Yeah, well,
but it hits the hand.
Yeah, that's a knock on
there. Canberra and then the ground.
I mean, if that's not a strip, it's a knock on.
Yes, if it's not a strip, it's a knock on.
After you lose it.
All right. Okay, challenge Burns. Challenge unsuccessful.
Hudson, it's one of those players like he'll pick up a ball with fingertips or he'll make a tackle and the ball come free. He's unbelievable.
Just his awareness of where football is, and even
he's so good.
Even in a position where you may be losing that little contest on the field, the awareness to still possibly make a play at the ball or the arm with the ball, just to try and force an error or to put the pressure on the opposition. He's a tremendous player.
Well, here we are, boys. Just while we've got a second, here's the first stat, Choice Hotel stat. Sharks need to address 10 of 16 sets.
Just not good enough, Maroon. Not in these games against quality opposition. Put way too much pressure on you, and as a result, they're just doing too much defending.
Okay, so the ball comes out now to Zach Hosking. Westpac red zone. Raiders have played it 23 times in the opposition 20, and Sharks 7 on the Westpac red zone. Now there's the fresh man out there for the Sharkies, taking the tackle just inside Sharks territory, I should say, for the Raiders. It's Morgan Smithies. Now it's Atta Mariota, and Mariota is taken by 1, 2, 3 Sharkies defenders. Raiders still lead the game by 6 points to 0. Back it comes to Fogarty from 40 metres out. Up it goes, and coming down, Kennedy takes it, gets away from a tackle, but eventually brought down. Great defence there from Zach Hosking. He'll play it to Trindle, and then it gets to Ronnie Mulatalo, met by Timoko and Corey Horsburgh, and kept inside his own 20. And that is tackle 2 as he'll get up and play it back now to Trindle at dummy half, who sends it across to Ero, who tries to straighten up and then brought down by Morgan Smithies. So good defence from the Green Machine. As Ero plays it back to Brayley, who got it away to Hazelton. He's been knocked out and he's dropped the ball. Oh, big Tommy Hazelton's in a bigger trouble there.
This is going to be interesting to see how he gets knocked out. If it's contact with the head, this could be nearly a, you know what, because he's in some trouble, Big Hazo.
Yeah, he's gone for the day. He is dead set. It's a head.
But if that's a head collision...
I don't like this, Woodsy.
Even do I.
It's an accident.
It's a complete accident.
It's an accident. So
but this is what we saw with Patrick Carrigan here last week. And I don't think Patrick Carrigan should have got suspended last week.
Yeah,
same as Jack White a few weeks ago.
Listen, let's just talk about Tommy for the time being. He's in a bad way. It was solid contact. The medical staff are out there at the moment. They're stabilising his neck.
All right, we'll just take a quick break and we'll keep an eye on Tommy Hazelton. Raiders 6-0.
Monopoly at Macca's is back with a 1 in 3 chance of winning from over 49 million prizes every time you play, including an Isuzu MUX and a 52k rent or mortgage top-up. Play like a winner, only in the My Macca's app. Ends October 14. For full terms, visit mcdonalds.com.au.
Cronulla medical staff down on the ground as far as attending to Tom Hazelton, the big Sharks front rower. He is down on the field in the playing surface. Plenty of concern as far as the Sharks players are concerned. They're just trying to mobilise him in readiness for the Medicap, guys. He doesn't want to get onto the Medicap. He's trying to get to his feet. Now, Sia Sifatalakai is the man that will come straight into the action for the Sharks to replace Tom Hazelton. It's a significant blow because, as we know, Hazelton came into this game after missing last week's match, spent the entire week in hospital with a knee infection, cellulitis, and did so well to get back on. And in his first carry of the match, is out of the game with a HIA.
All right, so it would suggest that he will be now out of this game and obviously the prelim.
Yeah, I think... Listen, it's an accident. What's he going to rule here?
Play the ball. It looks like it's going to be a play the ball.
Oh, yeah, it's an accident. See, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with it. This is just happens on a rugby league field. Starling comes out of the line.
But wait, can I say, what's the difference with last week? Carrigan.
I think Carrigan hit him with his shoulder to the head.
Yeah.
But the head clash, that's just fair play.
Jack White, 4 weeks, fair contact.
All right, boys, we need to stay with the play now because the Sharkies are going to be a man down on the bench, because Tommy Hazelton won't be back and the Raiders are on the attack. Morgan Smithies, as the tackle count restarts, gets the pass away to Starling. Starling gets the pass then on to Kaio Weeks. Tommy Hazelton has left the field with an HIA. Now Kaio Weeks will play it to Starling again, then it'll go to Fogarty. Fogarty to Hudson Young. A great tackle to bring him down there by Hamlin Welle. He'll get up and play it back. Then it comes back in field to Fogarty. Fogarty to Morgan Smithies. Raiders 6, Sharks 0 on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half of this game. Tackle 3 is the call from the referee. Left side, Starling, Fogarty. He got a pass away there, and then getting up to play it back now is Hudson Young. Now Fogarty gets it away to Smithies. Smithies is caught again. Sharky's defence is fantastic. Tackle 5, they're 9 metres out. Last play of the set. Getting into dummy half, Starling is there. Gets it to Fogarty. Fogarty gets the pass away then to Timoko, who kicks over the top, and it bounces dead in goal.
That is just, that's not the play from Timoko. You'd rather just see him run it, but the Sharks take a bound, defensively outstanding. What a game of footy we've got on our hands here, boys.
Well, this is the issue for the Sharks, but would you, despite a good result, just all that energy defending, they've just got no petrol in the tank to get it out of their own end.
And now Eero is going to be tackled by the defence of Horsburgh. Then Trindle got it away to Mulatalo, who's just his own side of the halfway line. They have done some tackling. Last 10 minutes, the Raiders have had 68% of the ball and 65% overall. Choice Hotel stats, but Teague Wilton has it. And finally, the Sharks are in Raiders territory. It went across from Brayley to Trindle, and Trindle got the pass then on to Adam Fanua-Blake. 9 metres inside Raiders end. Brayley again, then Trindle, and then Hamlin Welly straight up the middle. He got a little pass away. It bounced up now for Sifa Talakai. Talakai tries to straighten things up. It's the last tackle. They're 29 metres out. Short side, Brayley to Trindle, and Trindle's kick. The pressure is on K.O. Weeks. Up they go. Jed Stewart's dropped that. It's play on. Trindle, and then it's intercepted. And then it's intercepted, but the referee will say that there was no advantage played, and the Sharks will have the ball anyway here because the referee will say no advantage was played. And we're going to
challenge in.
Okay, Bucky.
As we're watching this, Corey Horsburgh's in a bit of trouble.
I've got no advantage off a knock on to Jed Stewart.
I was sure that it did touch Jed Stewart.
Yeah, it did. 100%.
I think they might be trying to go for that. What's that obstructor rule? If you put your arm up and try and disrupt that. But it's an actual contest.
Contesting the ball.
Knock on.
Yeah,
all players are contesting the ball. Just need to see whether Jed gets a touch or whether it's off his knee only.
Comes off his arm.
No, it comes off his hip.
Comes off his right arm.
Oh, that's a terrible challenge.
He's playing at it.
Harvey Norman,
the ball doesn't touch the hands of Jed. It's only off the legs, so the tackle count restarts playing on.
Well, just when you think you've seen it all. So that will be.
There's no knock on from Canberra. Zach Hoskins now has the ball. The challenge will be successful.
Challenge successful.
If you heard the sound of that, the big old weight, I'm just not happy with that call. Honestly, when you go up and you send a captain's challenge up to the bunker, just get a coin.
Who's in the bunker?
Just get a coin.
Who's in he?
Harvey Norman, 10% in bonus gift cards with Windows 11 computers. $500 or more. Ends Sunday. T's and C's apply at Harvey Norman. Oh, now the ball is taken by Tamale, who did very well to juggle it. I tell you what, the Sharks have tackled their backsides off. They have only had 39% of the ball across this first half. Here's Atta Mariota, and he's going to be brought down 20 metres short of the halfway line. It was a good, vigorous run. Then Starling went to Horsburgh. Horsburgh got away from Talakai and got the pass away to Zach Hosking, and then Hosking swiveled out of a tackle, and he's going to play at 10 metres his own side of the halfway line. Here it comes now. A kick from inside the 40. Again, it bounces. Oh, it bounces favourably for the Raiders. Tamale won't touch it, and it goes into touch.
Play the ball.
So this will be a Sharks ball.
Jeez, you got to be careful letting those balls bounce because the Raiders are very aware of it now. They know that the back five are on alert. They've dropped one already, and then they're pushing up hard with their kick chase. And that was luckily that it bounced close to the sideline. If it stays, probably comes back straight, there's an opportunity there for Simasagi or Tamale to pick that ball up.
So, again, 6-0 Raiders, 6-0, 7 minutes left in the first half on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Played to Brayley, then Hamlin Welly got it away to big Sifa Talakai, who's right on the halfway line. And we've got 7 minutes left in the first half as Triple M rocks the footy for Riemann Mackers. Back it comes to Adam Fanua-Blake, and Fanua-Blake is just inside Raiders territory. He'll get up and play it back to Brayley, who got it away to Teague Wilton. Maybe there's a try coming. They're 29 metres out on tackle 5. Left side, Trindle kicks from 25 out. This will pull up just in the field of play. Ronnie Mulatalo.
Takes out Ronaldo.
Ronnie Mulatalo is taken out of the game. Harvey Norman replay. You could see that from space.
I've been keeping an eye on that lately as well, because they're attacking this left-hand corner for the Sharks, and then a couple of times Timoko's just run out of his own line to push Mulatalo out of the way. He's got to be very careful.
Well, he drew a line in the sand early when he blew an escort penalty on Nico, and just there, Rodney. I think Rodney did play for it a bit, but Timoko just got to be a little bit cleaner there at the back end of the set.
So Sharks decide on the tap. It's played to Brayley. Brayley gets the pass away to Hines. He drops one under for Sipatalakai for the try line. Brought down 2 metres short. Back inside the Westpac red zone we are once again. Brayley, and then it goes across to Braden Hamlin-Ueli. He's only about 1 metre out, and he'll get up and play it back right in front of the post. Hines, right side. Burns, offloads to Kennedy. Kennedy comes across to the centre of the field, then tries to straighten up and trips over his own 2 feet, and he'll play it on tackle 4. We're right in front of the post. Trindle comes left. Hines, Mulatalo goes over in the corner without a hand laid on him, and it's 6-4 at GIO Stadium.
Yeah, well, they had them opportunities both edges there. They went down to the right first. They played Billy Burns into a brick wall. He's good enough to get an offload away, play the ball in the middle of the field, and then this combination, Trindle with Nico Hines swinging over the left-hand side of the field, just sums it up perfectly. Yeah, it's a tough pass that has to thread the needle, go in front of Carl Lyro, and you basically throw that pass on faith, knowing that your wing is going to be there. You just have to trust the execution, and Mulatalo, he doesn't need an invitation to the try line. I think it's his 10th try in 7th of the season, but it's his 10th try in the last 8 or 7 matches.
He's on fire now, but for me, it's a warning shot for the Raiders. This is the second time the Sharks have been down this end, and we spoke about it pre-game. This right edge for the Raiders, they're just not on the same page. You see Timoko jamming, Jed Stewart staying out, and God knows what Fogarty was doing in that situation. So Sharks will get a lot out of this for the amount of pressure they've been under Maroon.
Need a game plan for your next job? Beacon Trade's got fans, lighting, electrical, and all the extras like free layout designs to help you kick goals. Residential jobs made easy. beacontrade.com.au. Nico Hines from the sideline. Pertec kick predictor. 47% Nico. And they are giving him a boo and a hiss.
You're talking about ferals. That's right in the spot where they all are, Maroon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this bloke. Put your teeth back.
Yuck. Sit down.
Pull your pants up. Here comes Nico Hines now. Coming around. Straight and strong. And right over the black dot. 6-all as Triple M rocks the finals.
Thanks to the Mitsubishi Triton. Celebrate the Mitsubishi Motors 45-year anniversary sale this month. Drive away today in a Triton GLS 4x4 double cab pickup from $56,990 for ABN holders. Plus, receive $2,500 cash bonus. Ends September 30. T's and C's apply.
Woodsy said it, guys. It's quite extraordinary that the scoreline is 6-all with the statistical lopsided nature that it is. That was just the 11th tackle that the Sharks had questioned the Raiders with inside their own 20, compared to 30-odd tackles for the Raiders down in the Sharks' 20. Beautiful ball to Ronaldo Mulatalo. He's in good company. That's his 100th try. There's only 2 other Sharks to have hit that mark. Andrew Eddinghausen and David Peachy.
What a crew that is.
Yeah, that's a good choice hotel stat. Thank you, David, on the sideline.
Just quietly, that fella you said to pull his pants back up, that might have been Dave Riccio. That's the area where he is down there. He might have been giving it to the Canberra fans.
Oh, sausage legs.
And the ball is played to Brayley, given to Sipatalakai. He went straight over the top of Zach Hosking, and now we'll play it Brayley again, and then it went to Trindle, the Hines, who got away to Ero, who's in the space, and he's got support. He ducks back on the inside. Weeks can't stop him. He's still going, Ero. Oh, he's brought down the metre out. And he's going to get up and play it back to Brayley. Can they go back to back? Trindle puts one underneath for Nico Hines. Hines reaches out and scores for Cronulla. They've gone back to back to lead the game. 10-6 here at GIO Stadium.
Oh, what about that set of 6 from the Cronulla Sharks? They found their momentum off the back of that try. Powerful through the middle off the back of a Sipatalakai run. They go back to that left-hand edge. It's the same play that set up the first try. Trindle deep into the line. Out the back to Nico Hines, who this time pumps long, play short to Kale Iro, who almost got there himself. And then a bit of razzle-dazzle from the halves. Tricky Trindle, flick pass to Nico Hines, just catching the defence on the back foot, not being able to move up from that quick play of the ball, and that close to the line. Nico Hines, too big, too strong. Back to back for the Sharks, Woodsy.
Oh, yeah, Braden Trindle, take a bow. That was all him that said. He recognised that Zach Hosking was caught at marker. And then the big red Corey Horsburgh was the four-man where the back row should be defending. He just goes to that edge. He burns him for pace. And it's Kale Iro who summed it up perfect. Didn't try to risk a pass back on the inside. Holds it up. And then they score that next play. Sharkies, well done in getting back into this game.
Yeah, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Sharkies go back to back at 10 points to 6. Now remember, the last minor premiers to go straight out the back door. Dragons in 2009. The Raiders headed that way. Well, we've got 90 seconds left in the first half. And now Nico Hines tries to add the extras on the Per-Tech kick predictor, 100%. Nico Hines just to the left-hand side of the upright by about 2 metres. Nico will kick this into the car park. Here it comes. And no dramas at all. Beacon Trade scoreboard. Sharkies have hit the front. 12-6 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Geez, they're working hard out there. You know who else is working hard? Cbus Super, securing you the retirement you've earned. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Cbus is right for you.
Guys, what about the resilience of this footy team? Woodsy, we spoke about it in the call last week against the Sydney Roosters. Just how they couldn't get out of their own end against the Roosters. Defend. Same again tonight. And find an opportunity and they make it pay. Extraordinary football as far as resilience and determination is from this Craig Fitzgibbon-led side. We know he's a defence-orientated coach, and the Sharks are showing every bit of that tonight.
Oh, I was just about to say a little bit earlier, the Sharkies, they need half-time.
Yeah.
They need Craig Fitzgibbon to settle their nerves, to find a way through the issues they've had in this first half. But the real growth in this team, that they found a way through it themselves.
Sharkies have scored 2 tries in 3 minutes, in the 35th and 38th minute, to take the lead in this game. The last time the Raiders had the ball, they led 6-0. And now we are 50 seconds out from half-time, and the Sharks are going punter. Now this is Brayley at dummy half, makes yards out of dummy half. Adam Mariotta stops him 10 metres his own side of the halfway line, and we've got 35 seconds left in the first half. Trindle gets the pass away to Wilton. Wilton is brought down just his own side of halfway, and the Green Machine are now praying for half-time. Trindle will put this one high, but it's quite deep. Kyo Weeks will get under it and take it beautifully. 10 out from his own line and take the tackle. 11 metres or 21 metres out now from the Raiders line. Played to Fogarty and then given to Tamale, who galloped into the defence, and they bring him down. So they finish this set, this half, and a nice little kick over the top. Sebastian Chris won't get to it, but Katoa will. And that is the halftime siren in the background. A very entertaining first half. The Raiders had all the possession, and then the Sharkies got a glut of it in the last 10 minutes. 88% of possession in the last 10 minutes. And the Sharkies, you know what? They scored 2 converted tries in 3 minutes of it. They lead this game at halftime, the Sharkies, by 12 points to 6. So we'll get a look at what's going on in the sheds with David Riccio shortly. Triple M NRL Final Series is brought to you by Ream Hot Water. They've been with Triple M NRL since day one. If your hot water needs replacing, go for the one that's steady, hot and strong. It's Australia's favourite water heater. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. And Monopoly at Macca's is back with a 1 in 3 chance of winning from over 49 million prizes every time you play. An Isuzu MUX 52k rent or mortgage top-up. Play like a winner only on the My Macca's app, but it ends October 14. Okay, your call team: Aaron Woods, Wade Graham, David Riccio and Anthony Maroon. Sharks 12, Raiders 6 as Triple M rocks the finals.
Shut up! The foot is on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales try.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO GIO.com.au.
For 20 years, Castrol Edge engine oils have been trusted by manufacturers, mechanics and drivers to unlock the very edge of performance. Castrol Edge is extensively tested against some of the most demanding performance standards in the world. It's why Castrol Edge is chosen exclusively by leading car manufacturers and is relied upon by the best in world motorsport, including Tickford Racing, to deliver race-winning performance. Choose Castrol Edge and unlock the very edge of performance for yourself.
The Big Points Blitz is back. Get up to $40 worth of bonus points when you shop at Woolworths. Boost in the Everyday Rewards app, shop in-store or online, and you could get up to 8,000 bonus points. Only this week, only at Woolworths. Offer ends September 23rd. T's and C's apply.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type,
marshmallow,
forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have another marshmallow? Love Honey's sell-out advent calendars are back. And they're our best ever. With 24 sweet treats delivered discreetly to your door. Fancy a Love Honey Christmas? We've got you covered. Visit lovehoney.com.au.
It's here. The Supreme and Leader Caravans nationwide Super Spring stock sale is on now. Save thousands on brand new Supreme and Leader Caravans. These Aussie-made legends have delivered style, comfort and unmatched quality for over 39 years. Make an offer. No reasonable offer refused. Hurry, these are never to be seen again prices and they won't last long. Sale ends NRL Grand Final weekends or while stocks last. Visit your nearest Supreme or Leader dealership today. Or jump online now at supremecaravans.com.au or leadercaravans.com.au.
With KGM's low rate finance offer, you can score the new MY26 Muso on a great interest rate with a 36-month term. Price from just $42,500 drive away, you get the MY26 Muso with its 3.5-tonne towing, 4x4 turbo diesel engine and a 7-year warranty, if you don't mind. So get it done at your KGM dealer today. Offer ends September 30. KGM, Korean built to last.
T&Cs, fees, charges and exclusions apply. Finance for approved consumer and commercial applicants of Angle Auto Finance. Australian Credit Licence 530731.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales drive.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
Shut up. The foot is on Triple M.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Beacon Trade's backing your next install. Fans, lighting, electrical, sorted. Join now at beacontrade.com.au.
Welcome back. What a first half it's been live at GIO Stadium in Canberra as Triple M rocks the finals via Triple M and the Listener app. The Sharkies lead at half time by 12 points to 6. Now, Woodsy, they spent most of that first half defending their 20, and when they got some ball, they put some points on the board.
Oh, you talk about a side that just loves the resilience. Like Craig Fitzgibbons would be absolutely pumped with his troops at half time right now. Like, we were just thinking at 6-0, they just want to get in the half time, see what Fitzy's got to say to him, because they've just defended the sets on their try line. You look at the stats, Canberra have been tackled 29 times in their 20-metre zone to 11 of the Sharks. But the big thing for the Sharks, what they need to fix up is the errors. Like, coming out of their own end, some poor errors. Jesse Raymond off the scrum, a couple of high balls that they should be catching the full. Look, I love what Canberra have done, but they just haven't really threatened the line. Like, they've just played the long game, they've played field position, but they've got another level to their game, which they haven't unearthed at the moment. And the one try they did come up with was just a barge over from Horsburgh.
Yeah, they're just having some difficulty unlocking their edges. Obviously, Fogarty is trying to swing both ways. Sasangi there filling in at 5'8", and KO Weeks. But at the moment, they haven't really been able to threaten the edges of Cronulla with a lot of work going through the middle. So they'll have to improve in that area. And for the Sharks, it's simple. Just fundamental errors. A couple of kick defusals. They give back to Canberra Raiders. A couple of early errors, as you said, Woodsy, all just fundamentals. And because of that, they just had so much defence to do. And listen, they did a fantastic job to find a couple of tries late in the half. But they can't repeat that performance because they would have lost a lot of petrol in that first half. And if they do it again, well, the Canberra Raiders will make them pay.
I'll tell you what, a big turning point of that half was when Timoko kicked the ball dead.
Yeah.
There goes 20-metre restart. You just see the Sharks they got excited. We spoke a lot of hands on hips. but they just work their way up the field so much easier. This second half, for me, boys, Adam Fanula-Blake. I reckon this is the reason why they've signed one of the best front rowers in the game. And I'm looking forward to what he's done. He's played a full first half.
Played the full first half.
The longer he plays, the better the quality of his work is so much better. He's one of those guys, the longer he's on the field, you see him come up the late feet, the offload starts creeping in, and then players around him start playing. Look at Siva Talakai, what he did off the bench. He's been outstanding.
All righty, we've got some stats on the board there. Let's have a quick look at those. You want to have a look at that? Were you looking at that Sharky's completion rate there, Wado?
No, just looking at the missed tackles. You know, Sharky's made how many more tackles? They made over 50 more tackles than the Canberra Raiders. They've missed 20. Canberra Raiders have missed 24. So that's a little bit of concern for the Raiders, particularly on that right edge. The Sharkies made them pay a couple of times. So a lot of work there to do with Ricky Stewart at half-time to try and get them back up to go out there and fight for this second half.
Okay, Triple M rocks the footy for Riemann Maccas. All those expert comments thanks to Seabus Super. They make hard work pay off at Seabus Super. Half-time, Cronulla 12, Raiders 6 as Triple M rocks the finals.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
Well, it's got 2.4 litre bi-turbocharged power. It can tackle any load. It's got 3.5 tonne towing capacity. It just tows and tows and tows. It just pulls
basically
and pulls.
can tow me.
It could tow you, paddle pop. It could tow you. It could tow the paddle pop line back up the hill highway.
And we're celebrating Mitsubishi Motors' 45-year anniversary sale this month. Drive away today in a Triton GLS 4x4 double cab pickup from $56,990 for ABN Holders Maroon.
And receive $2,500 cash bonus. It ends September 30. T's and C's apply. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales drive.
Protect precious with GIO. GIO.com.au.
Got equipment to sell? Ritchie Brothers helps you reach more buyers and get the best returns. With auctions happening year-round, we connect sellers with thousands of bidders from the construction, transport and agriculture industries. Sell with the best. Sell with confidence. More buyers, better results. It's that simple. Reach more, get more with Ritchie Brothers. Start selling today at rbauction.com.au.
This Thursday, World Square is being transported back to 1985. From 10 a.m, it's Go to the Future. I'll be getting up close and personal to a DeLorean for Back to the Future the musical. I'll see you there.
Righto, lads, I'll be back in a bit. Just got to do my tax.
But it's your round, mate.
Don't worry, I'll only be a sec.
With H&R Block, you can do your tax return online with an expert, anywhere, anytime, with a maximum refund guarantee.
Here you are, lads. I bought this with the $653 extra that H&R Block got me.
This tax time, maximise your refund online with an expert at hrblock.com.au. Maximum refund guarantee.
A golden crumb with a centre of melting garlic butter. Chicken garlic Kia from the deli on special this week at Woolworths for just $1.50 each. Save $1.50. That's half price from the fresh food people. On sale until September 23 while stocks last. May not be available in all stores or online.
Be the sharpest tool in the shed with a discount on tool insurance from IMAR, the tradies' mate. For over 35 years, IMAR's trusted team have backed tradies with the sharpest... Oh, that really is sharp. The sharpest tool insurance from the trusted team at IMAR. Call 13IMAR today and be the sharpest tool in the shed with your discounted tool cover. That's 134627.
They're the tradies, mate. That's IMAR.
This is the biggest crane in the Southern Hemisphere, and it's just hoisted a 5-ton beam 40 metres above the city centre. Sounds dramatic, but it's not, because at Pertec we supply the hoses in cranes like this. They're designed and tested to handle all kinds of pressure. No drama. Pertec, drama resistant since 1980.
Halftime for GIO. GIO, insuring New South Wales since 1927.
That is classy. That is another New South Wales drive.
Protect precious with GIO. gio.com.au.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
First half highlights for Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
There's Brayley kicking this off. We are underway. There's a big hit on Calhoun, and it was Disco Joe Tarpany. He knocked him into next Wednesday.
Fogarty puts an absolute screamer in the air.
Kennedy got under it, but he dropped it.
Maroon, what a kick from Fogarty.
Starling, then to Horsburgh. Horsburgh for the line. What about this defence from the Sharks? I'm telling you, Horsburgh's right on the line. It's a try. He got it down on the line. That's a try. Corey Horsburgh.
Finally, after 25 minutes, we find some points in this match.
Brayley, who got it away to Hazelton. He's been knocked out and he's dropped the ball. Tommy Hazelton has left the field with an HIA. We're right in front of the post. Trindle comes left. Hines, Mulatalo. Mulatalo goes over in the corner without a hand laid on him. Then it went to Trindle, to Hines, who got away to Ero, who's in the space, and he's got support. He ducks back on the inside. Weeks can't stop him. He's still going, Ero. Oh, he's brought down the metre out. Can they go back to back? Trindle puts one underneath the Nico Hines. Hines reaches out and scores for Cronulla. They've gone back to back to lead the game. That is the halftime siren in the background. They lead this game at halftime, the Sharkies, by 12 points to 6.
Grab Triple M NRL daily all week on Listener.
And drive home with Triple M's Rush Hour.
Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Mitre 10 Trade, get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. Triple M _NRL. Tony and the boys from TNG Unique Bodyworks are listening from Mount Buffalo.
Yeah, the boys.
And they got the fire going and they've cooked
how
up
good's
some...
that set up, Maroon?
Look at the steaks and the sausages.
They've done that before, haven't they? The fire, the spread of food.
Yeah.
Let's go back there after the game.
Mount Buffalo's not that far from here.
How far is that?
Well, I think it's near Yass. Yass isn't that far. Triple M _NRL. Tony, let me know how far that is. I'll send the boys over there and they can sleep in your trailer with you, old mate. Keep you warm.
I like to cuddle.
Haircut, you like to spoon. Here come the Sharks now out onto the field.
Big one, a little one.
The funny thing about you, Woodsy, is you're 8 foot tall, but you like to be a little spoon.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Mate, I like to be a big old tong.
Yeah.
Just get everyone in together. Give a big old... I'm like, they call me the human tong.
That's just creepy, man.
Yeah,
you just took that a little bit too far, mate.
That's it.
That is
The three-legged
A-grade creep.
That is creepy, isn't it? Oh, right. Here come the Raiders out onto the field now. The Sharkies lead the game by 12 points to 6 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. You can celebrate the Mitsubishi Motors 45-year anniversary sale this month. Drive away a GLS 4x4 double cap pickup for $56,990 for ABN holders, and you get $2,500 cash bonus. That ends 30 September. T's and C's apply. I think that should swing you the way of a Triton. If you're looking at those cars, you won't do better. That's got a 10-year warranty to that thing. 10-year warranty, 10 years cut price servicing. And, yeah, it's a good rig. It's a very good rig. Now we've got the Raiders getting us underway.
I'm looking forward to these halftime reports from Dave Riccio. See the moods in both camps there after what just played out in that first half, Maroon.
And we need to get an update too on Tommy Hazelton when we get hold of Dave, who left the field with an HIA. So Sharkies now have it 20 their own side of the halfway line. Played to Brayley. Let's go down to the sideline for Bob Jane. David Riccio.
Yeah, look, guys, clearly Tom Hazelton ruled out of this match, and he is still a little bit groggy inside the rooms. He's trying to get it back out onto the bench to support his team. And certainly the Sharks, I must say, guys, they were absolutely filthy with that video refereeing challenge that the Raiders threw up in relation to that Jed Stewart. They were certainly upset about that. But as far as the football is concerned, it was all about possession. Need to clean up our discipline and our errors, swing the possession count, and we'll get back on top of this Raiders side. From Raiders coach Ricky Stewart, he challenged his team. He said, guys...
Here we go, Ronnie Mulatalo.
Ronnie Mulatalo chasing down a kick. Raiders have it. Back to you, David.
Yeah, just Raiders coach Ricky Stewart. He just challenged his team for the next 40 minutes. Guys, how much do we want it? Clean up our errors, focus on our attention to detail and go after this game like never before.
Okay, on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Marts. That's David Riccio, Triple M NRL for Ream and Maccas. And we'll do this for you right through to the finals, the grand final, all live on Triple M and Listener for us workers who have to work away. Or maybe you're in a caravan park or you're out hunting a bit like the boys where Tony and the boys are at Mount Buffalo. 10 their own side of the halfway line. Raiders have it. Starling goes to Fogarty, who kicks it straight down field, but it's taken by Katoa on the full, who travels across and then straightens up, ricochets out of one tackle, and then is met by Sasangi. 25 metres their own side of the halfway line. Remember, of course, the Raiders do not have Ethan Strange. He has not been available for any part of this game. He pulled out earlier today. Maybe you're late for the news on that. Now Nico Hines gets the pass away, and Mulatalo will play it for the Sharks. Teddy's own side of the halfway line. Then it went to Brayley, who got it away to Adam Fanua Blake, who spun out of a tackle. And 10 metres, right on the halfway line, in fact. Brayley to Kennedy, and picked off by Zach Hosking. Last tackle of the set, says the referee. And back it comes to Trindle from 40 metres out. That's a high, deep kick. Weeks will take that in the in-goal area.
Great skill there by Weeks. He knew he was close to the try line. Trindle just got a touch too long and allowed Weeks to just execute that skill and earn a 7-tackle set for his team. I just wonder, Ricky Stewart, in a game like this, how long he keeps Tarpany and Papali on the bench. I think he needs to get them out there to push out as many minutes as they can in this second half.
So Raiders have the ball. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard, 3 gone second half. Sharks lead 12-6. Here's Sebastian Chris, and met by Hines, who hasn't stopped today. And he'll play it just his own side of the halfway line. Starling goes short side, Sasangi breaks the line. He's gone right through Sasangi. Sasangi's still going. And pull down 15 metres out. Great run, Simi Sasangi. Plays it there to Hudson Young, who goes across field and gets out of a tackle and still going. And the tackle count restarts. And Hudson Young is millimetres away. He'll play it to Starling. Fogarty for the line. Kennedy brings him down. 1 metre out. What a run from Sasangi. Played then to Starling. Out to Mariota. What about this defence from the Sharkies on their try line? Starling, Fogarty, Sasangi again. Kicks. Tackled without the ball. Surely picked up by Katoa. Penalty goes to Canberra. Sasangi tackled without the ball. Penalty Canberra. They trail 12-6.
Isn't that a professional foul, Wade? Have you done it on purpose?
Oh, it's hard to tell. He's so far out, and they're almost in the act of making the tackle as a kick. Probably Nico's a tad late.
Yeah.
So many bodies around it, and so far out from the try line. I don't think he's going to score because of all the Sharks around there. So I'm happy with the penalty. But they did well, the Sharks, to get their line back together, but they need to be even better here to keep the Canberra Raiders out.
So they opt to take the tap. Tackle one, they're 2 metres out. Starling, Fogarty, left side, Sasangi. He's having a blinder. Maybe obstruction. Sasangi is claiming a try. Maybe obstruction. Simi Sasangi is going bunter out there tonight. And he's claiming a try, but the boys want to have a look at it.
How good was that? It just looked like it opened up a little bit too easy. We need to see a replay on this because, well, we're seeing a replay from early on when Simi made the line break, the first initial one, which got him in this great field position. He's had a dead set blinder tonight, this bloke, Simi. They put him at 5'8", and he's just been really the best player on the field. But it's the initial one when he gets the try. We need to see the replay of it. It's Morgan Smithies runs through the line. It's Hudson Young. As we watch him go through, he sort of stops. And he doesn't.
He stops in the line.
He can't stop in the line. And he doesn't give Billy Burns an opportunity to make a tackle.
Listen, Sasangi, what an athlete he is, off both feet. But just here, Hudson Young, he stops in the line. Doesn't let Billy Burns get across the field, and that's always going to be an obstruction.
Now that'll be no try, obstruction, and let's have a look at it again.
Hudson Young, he's required.
Hudson Young doesn't go through the line. He takes Billy Burns out. Simi Sasangi strolls through. It's no try.
A chance to slide. Simi now runs directly through that gap that Billy's denied the chance to defend, which is an obstruction. We have a decision.
Yeah, this is no try, and Yeah, look, it's fair decision, a fair decision.
Yeah, but this is the moment, Canberra. They need to stay patient and not get frustrated with this, because they had moments like this last week where they thought they had a try, got taken away from them. And this is where the scars can come back into their head, but they just showed with the start of this second half. They can cause this Sharkies defensive problems. Starling, Sasungi causing all sort of issues around the ruck.
What's happening here?
And
kicking teeth.
Come on. Who kicked off? Get the Canberra trainer out there.
Let's quickly go down to the sideline to you, David Riccio, for Bob Jane.
Yeah, guys, in amidst all that drama with Billy Burns, guys, he's been placed on report for a crusher tackle on Canberra winger Jed Stewart. So a little bit of concern for the Sharks going forward should they advance.
Okay, 5 gone second half. No try. Simi Sasungi. Now they've dropped the ball. The Sharks. Starling's away from one. Well, they are rattled at the moment, the Sharkies. And so the Raiders immediately go on the attack. Fogarty and Zach Hosking. And again, the Westpac red zone to get it done. It takes a little Westpac. 15 metres out, short side Starling, got it away to Timoko. Timoko is brought down, 2 metres short of the Sharkies line and right in the far corner. Gets up and plays it back. Jed Stewart is dummy half. Then it comes back across to Starling, who gets it to Fogarty, and then it goes to Mariota. Mariota met by the big fella Talakai and brought down 15 metres out by the Sharks line. And then from Starling, it'll go to Fogarty again, who gets it back to Corey Horsburgh. And the Freckle's going to be playing it. Hamlin Ueli's got him 10 out. Now Starling again, then Fogarty, and then Chris. And then it goes out. Tamali scores in the corner. Tamali scores in the corner. And they won't be taking that one away. And the Raiders have come out to play in the second half.
Oh, what about the energy shift in the stadium? Fast start from the Canberra Raiders this second half. And here's some beautiful execution. They've thrown a few variations at this edge. This time, they go across to Sungy. The tunnel ball to Sebastian Chris. Caught Jesse Raymond up and in no man's land. It allows Sebastian Chris just to draw and pass on Sione Katoa. And then Tamali slams it down in the corner. What a response. Ricky Stewart challenged his team at half-time. How bad do you want it? Well, they've responded early here in the second half. And here we have a big kick from Jamal Fogarty, Woodsy.
Oh, it's great work from Jamal Fogarty because he's done his homework on Jesse Raymond. He's just come shooting out of the line. A lot of the time, it's a habit he has in his game, and he recognises that's what we call a tunnel ball. They look to go for that block shape where you get a lead runner and someone out the back, but the ball goes straight through them to Sebastian Chris and leaves a 2-on-1 against Sione Katoa. Well executed backline shift from the Raiders.
Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Nothing can frighten Mitsubishi Triton. Right on the sideline, 45% Jamal Fogarty. Sharks 12, Raiders 10. The Raiders have really come out with purpose in the second half of this game, but the second half is only 7 minutes and 15 seconds old. Now Fogarty from right on the sideline to try and add the extra. Pertec, drama resistant since 1980 as Triple M rocks the NRL finals. Tomorrow again, Penrith and the Doggies live on Triple M and Listener. But right now, here's Jamal Fogarty on the sideline to try and level us up. And we've said it before and we'll say it again. Manly are getting a good one. This one is straight and strong and right over it goes. 12 all down to the sideline, David Riccio.
Yeah, huge kick from Jamal Fogarty from the sideline. What a game we've got, but it's the Sharks' inability to complete their sets. They're absolutely killing them. On that occasion, inviting the Raiders on the attack where they just couldn't complete, drop the ball on their own 30. Again, the Raiders making them pay through the youngster, Savelio Tamali. And one of this, again, we speak about the inexperience of this side, but red-hot talent is Tamali.
He's been fantastic tonight, Maroon. Carried out of the backfield. I know he had a couple of little errors from kicks in the first half. They were really just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but he carried out of the backfield, finishing a try off there. He's a great young player.
So, just looking at that Sharkies completion rate, 16 to 25 on the Choice Hotel stats. Hosking now has it for the Green Machine, 20 metres out from his own line. And that is tackle 2. It's played back to Starling, and then Starling got the pass away to Morgan Smithies, who'll play at 25 short of the halfway line. This time it comes out now for Hudson Young. who steps inside one and takes the tackle 10 short of the halfway line. Starling again, then for Horsburgh. Lovely pass away to Hosking. Over the halfway line they go. Tackle 5, says the referee, and it'll come across now for Fogarty to put this one high, and coming down for Kennedy. He takes it beautifully, 10 out from his own line. It's Katoa who now gets it away to Kennedy, and Kennedy is brought down 20 metres out from his own line. Plays it quickly to Trindle to Katoa, and Katoa now is brought down by some very good Raiders defence. 12 all on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard.
You see Britton Nakora entering the field there, trying to work out if it's a straight swap. Oh, it is for Adam Fanua Blake. Billy Burns will most likely push him to the middle. You see him get his first carry.
Now Nikora will play it to Brayley. It will go to Kennedy. He's at the halfway line. Skips across the halfway. Hosking brings him down. Tackle 5, says the referee. Brayley again, then for Trindle. They go set for set. This one's sprinting down. Ronnie for Kyo Weeks. Mulatalo gets there first. Batted back. Ero gets to the line. Trindle. Knock on. Knock on Sharks. Knock on Sharks. No pride. Knock on Sharks.
Well, referee Grant Atkins was right in the line there, Maroon. So it's a big play for Mulatalo. He's chased his heart out there. He's got over the top of Weeks, and he's just batted the ball back with 2 arms as we watch the replay. Oh, look, I think it's a fair call. I don't mind it. I think it's a fair call. He sort of bats it, and it just goes straight up. It's an unlucky one, but it's a warning shot. What a game we got on our hands, lads.
Still got half an hour left in this one for Ream and Maccas. And the Green Machine have the ball 15 out from their own line. It's played to Starling and given then to Jed Stewart. And we'll play it 20 metres out, then to Starling. Good yards out of dummy half. Makes about 10 metres. Tries to get up and go again. Referee says play it to Fogarty. Then it comes out now for Smithies, and Smithies is going to be caught by Billy Burns and dragged back. It's 18 their own side of the halfway line. The Raiders have it. Again, Starling goes out of dummy half.
He's been fantastic this half, Maroon. Sorry to cut you off. Just really targeting the Sharkies rough, making inroads, and just really causing some issues there.
A high kick again. Kennedy takes it on the full, 35 or 25 out from his own line. And then they'll get up and play it back. It'll come back in field from Trindle, who got it away to Mulatalo, who's going to play it about 15 his own side of the halfway line. Then the dummy half will send it across to Ero. Find the Sharks about 5. Why did we call his old man Iro and we call him Ero? Here's Hines. And then they skip the pass out now. Getting out of a tackle is Ramian.
Did you ever ask his dad what he wanted to be called?
Oh, well, that's exactly right. Have we asked this bloke what he wants to be called?
Yeah, I think we have. That's why we call him Ero.
Here's Hines. Hines goes left and gets it away to Trindle. Trindle to the line. Gets it away to Ero. Here comes Ero. And pulled down right on the 20-metre line. And that's tackle 5 for the Sharkies. And the ball comes back across to Trindle. Trindle kicks it out toward the wing of Jed Stewart. Stewart's lost it. The ball is picked up by Kyo Weeks. Knock on. Knock on Raiders. Knock on Raiders.
That's what you love to see from your outside backs competing on the high contest. Jed Stewart, he got over the top of the middle in the half. He's come up with another one now. Mulatalo, we know how good he is in the air. He mentioned it last week against the Wanganitawasi. But this is a little matchup that Trindle was really looking. He's got his eyes on this one. I reckon we'll see this happen a couple of times this half. But they've come up with the ball in this one.
Well, they're just exclusively kicking to Mulatalo.
Yep.
As we just hear the referee say 10 seconds to pack the scrum, so they've got to get moving. Both teams. There's a 3-on-3. There's a 4-on-3 on this left side.
I tell you what, boys. Left side, Nico Hines got the pass away. And they're about 5 metres out, getting up to play it back is that man Ero. And Brayley gets into dummy half and gets a pass back to Teague Wilton. It's 12 all on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard with 12 minutes gone in the second half. I think we're going to Golden Point again, boys. I really do. Now, Brayley, they won't let him up to play it. And Wilton plays it to Brayley. Then it goes to Hines. And then he drops one under Sifa Talakai. Sifa Talakai is a quarter of a metre out from the try line. 6 inches. Gets up and plays it to Brayley. Back it comes for Hines. Nikora skips across to the right. It's brought down in a good tackle there by Sasangi. But it's only tackle 2. Played to Ramian. Hines again. Then it went to Burns. Skips out left. Straightens up. Burns! What a try! Billy Burns, what a fantastic try! All guts, all effort. What a year he's having, Billy Burns, and that's a great try.
Well, we talk about unorthodox and we give praise to the Canberra Raiders for that style of play, but Billy Burns, he's just a footballer. He's played on the edge. Now he's moved into the middle. Now, most middles, they get that ball off Nico Holmes. They'll just plough it at that near post. Happy to take the play to ball. Not Billy Burns. He gets in, just drifts across field, senses some space. A little show and go, gets in between Fogarty and Hosking, which was a poor miss on the inside. Slams the ball down next to the post, and that's just brilliant individual play from Billy Burns.
That's great work. It's the disconnection, that right edge again, boys. We spoke about it pre-game. We spoke about it for the first try they scored. Fogarty's up past the ball. Hosking's back. You got Timoko trying to make a read on his own, and it just basically gives Billy Burns a little hole to sneak through, and he just took it with both hands. What a play.
Sharks 16, Raiders 12, Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Pertec kick predictor sees Nico Hines just to the left-hand side of the upright, 99%. But right now the Sharks lead 16-12. Winner plays Melbourne in Melbourne next week. Loser is off to Mad Monday. Where will it be? Northies or Mooseheads? That is the question. Now Hines, Nico Hines moves in. Dabs it straight over the black dot. So let's go down to the sideline. Sharks 18, Raiders 12.
Oh, Maroon, I love the story of Billy Burns, the Park spaceman. He is. He was on the scrap heap only 12 months ago. Got a start at the Sharks through the Dragons on a train and trial deal. He's always had ability. He was in the New South Wales under-20 side back in 2018. Check out the names he was with. Ryan Pappenhausen was at fullback. Billy Smith, the Roosters centre, was there. Brian Oregon Kafusi, Reece Robson, Josh Curran, Blake Brayley was off the bench. He's always had talent, Billy Burns, and he's showing it tonight.
And that's all thanks to Bob Jane T-Marts. Thank you, David Riccio, on the sideline. As the Raiders get us underway again, they trail by 18 points to 12. Oh, they've nearly kicked that dead on the full. Here comes Big Sifa Talakai, and he's pulled down. He's like trying to tackle a bloody Mitsubishi Triton. He's 10 metres out, gets up and plays it to Brayley.
I'll tell you what, nothing frightens Talakai, just like the Triton, mate.
Yeah. Mate, I remember watching him play for Mascot, but he's about 13, and he was that big then. Here's Nikora.
He didn't get any taller, just rounder.
And I think he had a beard then too. Now Burns, and now they find themselves 10 their own side of the halfway line. Hamlin Welle will play it back to Brayley, and then it goes to that man Billy Burns. 10 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 5. Who is playing Melbourne next week? Trindle from the wrong side of the 40 puts the kick down to Kyo Weeks, and he takes a 10 out from his own line. Comes back to the 20, skips across field, then straightens up. No change. Sharks 18, Raiders 12. Fogarty gets into dummy half and sends it across to, is that the fullback Weeks? No, it's Timoko, in fact. 21 metres out. Blade then to Fogarty. Well, Woodsy, you talked about that Raiders right side defence, and people have been talking about it all week.
Yeah, we have. It's been obviously where Reece Walsh went all last week to get him back into the game. To see a little late offload from, I think it was Hawes, but they need to find Kyo Weeks, Maroon. He's the one that's going to open this game up for the Raiders. He needs to push up with Starling.
Hang on, here we go. Chris, numbers out here. Chris gets away from 1 and 2 and then drops the ball. Well, he probably should have passed it, and he's dropped the ball, Sebastian Chris. I'm going to tell you, he had 2 unmarked players on his left.
That's a massive tackle from Will Kennedy. I wouldn't. This is not a strip. He's making a tackle. It's a loose carry.
Like a loose carry by Sam Chris.
Yeah, but let's have a look on the Harvey Norman replay.
Again, it's great play, Maroon, from the Canberra Raiders. They catch Jesse Raymond just jumping ahead of the line, put Sebastian Chris into space, and Will Kennedy just... Oh, they're going to...
Kennedy makes high contact, which is a penalty. The captain's challenge will be successful.
Listen, it's not a try, so the Sharks will take it. But
he's going to go to the HKA anyway. He's got to come off now.
They'll have to absorb some more pressure.
If you want to stay down for that, you've got to go off a HKA fair dinkum.
Okay, so Kennedy's got Sebastian Chris high on the... So that's the stoppage now.
You know what I love about this, right? I'm watching Sebastian Chris. He's trying to say he's got a shoulder injury from it or a wrist injury.
Yeah.
Mate, you got clipped on the chin.
Yeah.
Come off for your HKA. You want to milk a penalty.
Here's now anyway, they take the tap, the Raiders, and keep the pressure on. They trail 18-12. 24 to go. and they are 11 metres out with Starling in at dummy half. Goes to Fogarty at first receiver, and then big Josh Papali'i goes straight up the middle, and he's pulled down about 8 metres out. That's where he's going to get up and play it back. And in there at dummy half again, it's the little fella Starling. To Fogarty, comes out to his left, gets it away to Hudson Young. Young is met by Nico Hines, who wraps up the ball. Now he'll play it 5 metres out on tackle 3. They go out of dummy half, Starling, but they just woke up to him in time, and they stop him right on the Sharkies try line on tackle 4. Then Sasungi went to Fogarty. It went to the fullback Weeks, got it away to Hosking. Hosking for the line. 1 metre out. Last play of the set for the Canberra Raiders. Starling, Fogarty will kick. Out to the left side now. The numbers. Up goes Ramian and takes it beautifully and brought down by the Green Machine defence. Sharks 18, Raiders 12.
Nico Hines is going to take it out there. He got right on the road of the Sharks left edge to make a
shot.
That's a good hit.
For Marley. Oh, it's a penalty. No, just
I thought that was a great hit.
It looked a brilliant one-on-one tackle from up here on the box, but any contact.
Even
like
Timasungi knows it's a great hit.
What's wrong with that?
Man. Come on.
Yeah, well, that's Sebastian Chris.
He didn't even make contact with the head. Where has that hit the head? Fair dinkum.
But we all know I'm a one-eyed Shark supporter. That's not eye contact.
That's
just
penalty.
A good shot from Tasungi and Sebastian Chris.
Penalty 6-5 Raiders on the Triple M Choice Hotels stats. ChoiceHotels.com. Brayley and Calhoun. 10 his own side of the halfway line, 18 gone, second half. Trindle now gets it away to Billy Burns. He'll never forget tonight, 4 metres his own side of halfway. And then out of dummy half they go to the left where Wilton is waiting for the ball. And they're just inside the Green Machine's half on tackle 4. The dummy half again goes short side Brayley and catches them napping and steals about 15 metres. And a penalty.
That one didn't miss.
And a penalty. High shot. Penalty to Cronulla. This gives them a chance to go 8 in front if they take the 2.
Yeah, you definitely got to take the 2 in this situation. I think they're 27 metres out in front of the post. It's a great play from Blake Brayley. He catches the markers. They both go one way. Ducks his head underneath. And I think it's Hosking comes to try and rescue the tackle. And he just clips him over the head. Is it Hosking? Yeah, watching the replay. Look, it's a hard one because he's fallen to the ground. But it is a penalty. It's contact with the head.
I think just smart work there. I gave Tommy Starling a wrap. And he's caught the Cronulla team a couple of times where they have a player laying in the ground, not quite getting back to the defensive line. This time he recognises Matty Nicholson. Brayley does. He's on his own. He sends him one way with the dummy, darts the other way, just gets him behind the defensive line, makes Hosking sort of make that cover tackle and just gets his technique wrong, falling to the ground.
Okay, 84% Triple M Pertec kick predictor. Just off centre to the left. About 21 in from touch. 84% Pertec kick predictor. Nico Hines. The most important kick of the game so far for Nico. Moves in. Looks beautiful. Over she goes. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Sharks 20, Raiders 12. For Bob Jane, down to you, David.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on Siosifa Talakai on the Sharks bench. Guys, he's on the exercise bike at the moment, but he's certainly troubled by an ankle niggle at this point in time. So, as I said, he's on the bike, just trying to keep it warm. He's been enormous for the Sharks tonight. Siosifa Talakai.
And, of course, Bob Jane Team Arts. Stop, shop and save at Bob Jane. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Coomore or J-Trax tyres. Get the 4th free. 25% off Yokohama Geo16 or Geo18 tyres at Bob Jane Team Arts. They'll look after you, and T's and C's apply.
Tarpany back on the field. Ricky Stewart goes to his captain. We know he's not going to die wondering. He'll keep fighting to the end here. So let's see what he can produce for his team.
As Kennedy takes a beautiful ball from the kickoff, and he's brought down 21 metres out from his own line. This is still anybody's game. And the ball is played to Brayley and then given to Nikora. And the Raiders pay him special attention. 25 his own side of the halfway line. Now Calhoun gets away from one. No, he doesn't. Hudson Young's got him. And he'll play at 15 his own side of the halfway line. 3rd tackle. From the play the ball, it'll go across to Burns. Burns gets it away to Rudolph. Rudolph up toward the halfway line. The Sharkies lead at 20 points to 12. Now Brayley went to Burns. turns. And last play, they're about 11 metres inside the Raiders' end. Let's look for the kick from Trindle. Again, it's high. Again, the target looks to be Jed Stewart, who takes it beautifully this time, and he's brought down 11 metres out. So no change. He'll get up and play it back to Fogarty. And then for Matt Timoko, who'll play it 15 metres out. And going into dummy half will be Kaio Weeks. But they've really got them pinned over there. 20 metres out now and back toward the centre of the Raiders with Kaio Weeks at dummy half. Then for Jed Stewart. But it's been a good set as far as defence goes. 25 metres out, we'll see Sasangi go out of dummy half. Last play for the Raiders. At dummy half, Hudson Young. And then for Jamal Fogarty, high and deep and coming down and taken beautifully by Ronnie Mulatalo, and the Sharks have it 15 their own side of halfway.
Just watching that kick there, that's a bit of a sign of a panic kick already in the half. There's still 18 minutes left and he's going for a torpedo only 40 or 30 metres out of his own half. I just don't understand the kick for the last play option there from Fogarty. Just go along into the corner and try to get an error out of the Sharks.
Expert comments from Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Aaron Woods and Wade Graham. There is Brayley, there is Hines. And then for Rudolph again, who runs straight into Hudson Young, who stops him just his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. We'll see Brayley again. He comes short side for Nico Hines, gets the pass away to Nicorup. Lovely tackle to stop him by Sasangi. 10 metres inside Raiders half on tackle 5. Here comes the kick from Trindle. Not too much pressure this time, it might. The bounce is terrible for the Raiders. It's still alive. It's picked up. It's a try. It's a try to the Sharks right out of the post. Hero is claiming a try. Wow. We'll have a look at it, but it's the most awkward bounce you've ever seen in the history of rugby league, and it favoured the Sharks, and somehow the mess turns into a Sharkies try and just maybe the ball game.
My only worry is Adam Fanua-Blake, does he touch the ball same time as Fogarty? Because Weeks, that's what we said earlier in the game, you can't let these balls bounce. So Kaio Weeks does the back. Does it touch Fanua-Blake's hand?
He's offside. Fanua-Blake's offside.
Is he offside?
100%. I think he is. Harvey Norman replay.
I don't think I don't think it touched.
Well, again, Woodsy, you talk about a rush of blood. Trindle, he's been so steady with his kicking game. He goes for the floater, but hits it. It ends up being so awkward.
I think they might have put him onside, Maroon, because they're not looking back at the...
We've spoken about all the play today, all the sharp execution, and then for such a try to just pop up like that out of nowhere, the bounce for the Canberra Raiders, they elect to let it bounce, and this is what the football does at times. Awkward kick from Trindle, and the luck is on the Sharks' side for that scene.
Well, I just have to see that Adam Fanua-Blake, like, if he touched it anyway, he's knocked it on.
Time off, minute 20.
But even if he does knock it on, it'll still be a Sharks ball because it comes off Fogarty.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
This is a huge...
I haven't seen try confirmed yet.
Still looking at it.
Okay, they're still looking at it on the Harvey Norman replay.
Did he blow it a try?
Yeah, he blew it a try. That's what Nico Hines is ready to set up for a kick of conversion. But this is weird. I've never seen wait this long.
Okay. Now
Here we go. Have a look.
I think Adam Fanua-Blake touched it with his left hand.
I don't think he did.
I don't think it's conclusive enough. The referee's gone up with a try, and I think it's going to be an on-field decision.
Yeah.
But they haven't even looked at the onside.
Yep.
Right to go.
Okay.
Oh, try confirmed. There you go, boys.
Try confirmed. Cronulla 24, Raiders 12. Cronulla 24, Raiders 12 with a kick from in front. The Raiders are going straight out the back door, baby.
Easy, big guy. What happened last week?
Yeah,
relax.
It happened to them.
Relax,
It happened to them. It happened to the Raiders.
Rugby league's a funny game.
Here it
Maroon
comes.
does like to go early.
And there is Nico Hines. Sharks 26. Lead the Raiders 12. Down to you on the sideline for Bob Jane, David Riccio.
Oh, with 15 minutes to play, there is certainly plenty of football left in this match. Just as far as the two Sharks halves are concerned, let's consider how much dissection, debate, scrutiny both Trindle and Hines have been, past for the past 3 seasons. tonight they have been the absolute difference. When Hines ducks down that short side, it was the fifth tackle play. Sure enough, throw it to Trindle, and he comes up with the big kick. Hines is scoring tries in the first half. Trindle setting them up in the second.
Okay, and here comes Toby Rudolph. Now, that remember the last time the Sharks won away final, it was at this venue. That was in 2016. And the Raiders are down 26-12 when they were up 28-12 last week and could have had the week off. Oh, the irony of this. Now the ball is Katoa, who gets away from one, and he's brought down. We've got 15 to go, and played back to Brayley, and then it comes back in field now to Calhoun, and he's going to be stopped 90's own side of the halfway line. Then played to Brayley again, given to Adam Fanua-Blake. Now he's going to play it just inside Raiders territory. That was a great run from Adam Fanua-Blake to bring up 100 metres on the Choice Hotel stats. There's the kick from Trindle. It's coming down. Jed Stewart takes it beautifully, 10 out from his own line. Wade Graham, when you get on the plane to Melbourne, make sure you pack a scarf and a beanie, because it's cold down there too, baby.
Listen, mate, we're not going early. There's still plenty of footy.
I'm going early.
The last time.
I'm going early, baby.
The last time the Sharks were down here, just remember that miraculous comeback and win on the bell from the Raiders. So
here's Sebastian
14 minutes, mate, plenty of time in a game of footy.
I'm going early, baby.
You always go early, baby.
I do. I'm famous for it. There's Papali'i out the back door to Sasangi, who's brought down by Katoa. And he'll get up and play it. 14 to go. Sharks 26, Raiders 12. It went from Tarpany. It went to Fogarty. It's with Weeks, who got it away to Timoko. Timoko over the halfway line and brought down just inside Sharks territory. Last play, says referee Atkins. Back it comes now. Fogarty. It's high. It's deep. The pressure's on Kennedy again. And he takes it beautifully. And they bring him down 15 metres out from his own line. Sharks 26, Raiders 12. You can't frighten a Triton. Played then to Nico Hines. And then given to Wilton, who will play it to Nico once again, and then to Ronnie Mulitalo.
Stand up!
When will it be? When will I be able to call it, Wado?
At full time, mate.
At full time, okay.
Like mostly every normal person does in the NRL.
No, but I mean to score like that. I mean, ball is played now, and it comes across now to Calhoun. Calhoun is going to be taken by Papali'i, and that is the last play of the set for Cronulla. Then it goes to Brayley, then Trindle again, who's kicked the absolute crap out of it tonight. Stewart let that bounce, and it's gone touching goal, I think, or just in the field of play.
And again, a little bit of luck going the Sharks' way. Trindle, he just decided to give that everything. And I don't mind that from Stewart. It was a tough take. There was no Cronulla Sharks players anywhere near him. He lets that one bounce, and he gets a little bit unlucky. I reckon you get that bounce 9 times out of 10, it goes dead, but takes it right in.
It's only a 20-metre restart.
Yeah. Triple M _ NRL. Barney Martin says, Maroon, are you calling the Sharks Melbourne game? So he's calling it early too, Wado. He's calling it early too. Are you calling it yet, Woodsy?
I'm down there, hopefully, with you and Wado.
And the ball comes back across now to Smithies, who's about 22 metres out from his own line. Owen Paddy is out there now. And then it comes across for Hudson Young, who gets out of one tackle and gets away from Trindle. No, Trindle hangs on, and he's brought down by Brayley. Played then to Owen Paddy, who skips out a dummy half, gets a pass away to Hosking. He's dropped the ball. It's kicked through. It's play on. But it's a Sharks ball. Down to you on the sideline, David Riccio.
Oh, they're just trying to start and try everything now, the Raiders. Hudson Young's the man. He's the most influential out there, trying to bust and offload his way through the Sharks defensive line. There's now 11 and a half minutes remaining, and it is time for the trick plays to come out, trailing 26 points to 12. This is it for the minor premiers. This is it.
Are you going to call it? Are you going to call it yet, David?
No, full time.
Okay, here's Nikora. No, he's dropped the ball, Nikora. but Chris is there to pick it up. Immediately gets a pass away to Kaio Weeks, and Weeks is brought down. 21 his own side of the halfway line. Sharks 26, Raiders 12 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Tamale sails across field.
Oh, great tackle, Teague Wilton.
Down, and a good tackle by Wilton, 20 metres his own side of the halfway line. And
Toby.
a penalty goes to...
He's given away a couple of silly penalties tonight, Toby Rudolph. It was a huge tackle from Teague Wilton, and he had a hand on him as he hit the deck, and he just couldn't resist, just making that second little bit of effort, and it's just given a penalty. Maroon, you've called. We've lost Wade Graham. He's gone out of the box.
And the ball comes across now to Fogarty, who got it away to Disco Joe Tarpany. Don't worry, Wade, they can't lose from here. Here's Paddy and Papali'i and Fogarty and Weeks.
Tackle.
And Weeks is going to be brought down 29 metres out. We have only got 10 minutes left on the clock. Paddy gets into dummy half again, gets it back to Corey, the Freckle Horsburgh, and the Freckle is just outside the Westpac red zone, right in front of the post, but 20 metres out. Now Paddy again goes left. Fogarty gets it away to Hudson Young, and Young gets a pass back to Owen Paddy, and they open up a little through the middle. Then Joe Tarpany, and might I say, it comes back inside again, and then a straight back to Hudson Young, who's about 6 metres out from the Sharks line. And that is tackle 5 now. Last play of the set. Horsburgh's going to get caught, or as he said, 6 again. No, tackle 5 now. Last play. Paddy out of dummy half, kicks to the end goal. Beautiful take, Sharks. And they have the ball in the field of play. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Sharks 26, Raiders 12. Can we call it yet, Woodsy?
I'm calling it, Maroon. I'm with you, brother.
Stop, boys. They're going to roll their sleeves up here, the Sharks. Great run by Carl Iro. Hero.
Hang on there.
I think it's a good young lesson for a young hooker to get the ball to your chief playmaker on last play. Don't try to come up and play with yourself, especially when you've got numbers on the outside.
And the ball is played back to Brayley. He ducks out a dummy half, makes good yards. They are cooked. The Raiders are cooked. They're going straight out the back door like trash night at Roundwood Council. It's kicked down. Jet Stewart.
This is a 40-20.
Jet Stewart picks it up just before it makes a 40-20 and brings it back. And he's brought down by Adam Fanua-Blake. And the Sharks lead with 8.5 to go. The ball is played. It comes across now to Kaio Weeks. Wade Graham's gone to change his undies, but he'll be back as they get up and play it back. Paddy gets into dummy half, gets the pass away to Timoko, and Timoko charges forward. Brought down by Calhoun, 10 his own side of the halfway line. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Raiders, are they cooked? Corey Horsburgh got it to Sasangi. Loose ball, picked up by Nikora. Sharks have the ball back just inside Raiders territory. Nico Hines, then to Ramian. He sails across field to the left. Gets the pass away to Mulatalo. Mulatalo is brought down 25 metres out. We go inside the final 8 minutes of the game. Played back to Iro, or call him what you like. And then the ball is going to be played 20 metres out from the Green Machines line. Jesse Ramian there. And the tackle count restarts, says Grant Atkins. Brayley will get into dummy half. Brayley will get the pass away to Hines. Hines will give it away to Calhoun, who straightens up and brought down by Paddy 15 metres out. First tackle, fresh set. Played again to Brayley. Given to Burns. Burns claps on the pace. He's about 8 metres out, right in front of the posts on tackle 2. Then played again to Brayley. Hines. He got it away to Adam Fanua-Blake. The big bloke. He's a millimetre out. He's a millimetre out as he plays it. Short side, Brayley goes on his own. He deserves a try, but they stop him. Fourth tackle of the set. Played then to Trindle. He'll have a crack at him now, but he's held up over the line. He's held up over the line. Sharks 26, Raiders 12. 7 minutes left, and the Raiders will be the latest side to go straight out the back door. It hasn't happened since 2009, since the Dragons.
Still 7 minutes, Maroon.
No, they're not going to score 14 points in 7 minutes.
Got a bit lost there, the Sharks, and then this set. Nico Hines opportunity, they just elect to run it short. Oh, Big Wilden!
Teague kicks through and scores. And there's a try. And now we can call it. Teague Wilton kicks it through, chases it down and scores. and the Sharks lead the Raiders 30 points to 12, and now we can call it Wado.
Well, he got everyone there, T. Wilton. He even got me. I just thought, play to that short side, take the tackle, make the Canberra Raiders come all the way from their own half, 90 metres. But where was K.O. Weeks? He was out of position. Teague Wilton, I think he was the only one in the stadium that noticed it, just elected to tow it through. Just a great bit of skill from the back rower. He sends the Sharks to a prelim maroon. You can call it now, mate.
Yes, I'll call it now. Teague Wilton, the nephew of Bomber Morris, the kid from the South Coast. And he'll get the Sharkies home. It's 30 points to 12 on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Ethan Strange, if you're listening for your sick bed, get well, son. Take your time. Take all week if you need.
You've got
Take
7 months. You've got 7 months to be ready, champion. Oh, no, actually, the Ashes. He'll be ready for that. But you know what? Great reward for Teague Wilton. Defensively, he's been outstanding. He's just one of those guys for the Sharks who just does his job week in, week out, and he's just sealed the game. They'll be off to a prelim now, Maroon.
All righty, Ethan Strange. Woodsy's going to come round and rub some Vicks into your chest on the way home. So just look after yourself.
The big bear's coming, brother.
The big bear, the paddle pop lion is coming. 10 in from touch. Wado's called it. Sharks 30, Raiders 12. Just too good in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tries. And a wonderful kicking display from Nico Hines. 69% on the Triple M per tech kick predictor. Here comes Nico. Nico's put another one right over the black dot. Sharks have absolutely put this one to bed. Sharks 32, Raiders 12. Down to you, David Riccio.
It's all about the Sharks' defence as far as this mindset that they've just clicked into gear over the past 3 to 4 weeks. Just extraordinary. 12 points tonight. Hardly a try against the Roosters last week. Again and against the Bulldogs the week before, an intercept try. It's a defensive mindset. I come back to that first half resilience, fellas. It is stonewall, blue, black and white throughout that almost 25 minutes. It was a green machine onslaught, and they just kept on turning them away.
And the ball is taken by Katoa for the Sharks. And look at the Raiders faithful. They're leaving early, which is good because this is a bastard of a place to get out of, let me tell you. Now, Nicola is tackled by Corey Horsburgh. And as if he wasn't angry enough anyway, Corey, he's doubled up on the angry as Colquhoun plays it. 12 his own side of the halfway line. 4 minutes and 50 to go. Brayley, Adam Fanua-Blake, the big bopper. And he'll play at 5 his own side of the halfway line. The Sharks will play Melbourne in Melbourne. We will have that game for you live on Triple M. The Raiders will now have Mad Monday. It's been a wonderful season for the Raiders. Look, they got through it all, having lost only 5 regular season games, but they really lost the 2 that count. And they have it now 15 out from their own line, the Raiders, Woodsy.
Yeah, the Raiders will be disappointed. Well, they've had a great year to finish in first, but like you said, the first side since getting the minor premiership 2009, you got to feel for them. They were inches away. They were seconds away last week.
It comes down to last week, the moments where up 16 points with little time on the clock. They just get that wrong, and then they lose in Golden Point. And now just to back up again, 6 days later, you lose your 5-8. Just proved to be a bit too much for them.
Boys, let me ask you while I got a chance, what about if Ethan Strange would have played? Would it have made any difference, Woodsy?
Well,
it's hard to say. He didn't play. That's the problem.
Let's just say if they had all that possession, it would have been a threat in the first half. But we have to say Sasungi's done a tremendous job.
Yeah,
he's done a tremendous job.
Sasungi's had a great game.
He's threatened with his
He's
run.
been one of the best players for Canberra, Maroon.
Paddle Pop Lion, my question was too intelligent for you,
it
mate.
Was.
So
it was a stupid question.
Bite your own bum.
Mate,
listen.
Well, South Sydney have been better with all their injuries this year.
Tonight you've said a good another kick instead of another good kick. And then you said a good young lesson for a good young player.
Well, mate, you said Husky. Who's Husky?
Why don't you bite your own bum? Let's go down to you, David, on the sideline.
Boys, the Sharks fans have started the Viking Club, a la Michael Ennis in 2016. I'll tell you, who's short odds for Cronulla to do the Viking Club as far as players are concerned?
He's a moral.
Is he $1.04?
Toby Rudolph.
There's Fogarty, and then for Tarpany. who ran straight into Adam Fanua-Blake, and he sent him backwards. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Sharks 32, Raiders 12. And the ball is now with the big fella, Josh Papali'i, 3 metres out. Last play of the set. Jamal Fogarty has it. This is his last game and maybe his last kick for the Green Machine, and it goes dead. We're going to suggest that maybe Hudson Young got a hand to it, but look, it's not going to make any difference. Grant Atkins is just going to send it upstairs.
Can we just check grounding?
We're going to check grounding, but I think Hudson Young doesn't look.
Yeah, I think he's not confident who touched the ball here, or if anyone touched the ball, Maroon.
Raiders left side kick chasers on side.
What about Will Kennedy? Just gets beat, all ends up by the bounce. Rugby league football, that's the equivalent of getting bowled middle stump. You're going down low for the ball, it just hops up over his shoulder.
All right, 24,500 at the venue tonight.
Both players are going for the ball here. There's no obstruction or foul. Ball misses everybody. There's no touch.
They've all had an air swing.
Hudson Young did not get near the ball. Did he get near the ball?
Goes dead from the original
Honestly,
kick. Decision.
That's going to be a 20-minute restart, and a lot of people, it's just on social media now, @NRL, people are saying, Woodsy, lay off Maroon.
Oh, okay.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, sorry.
You're a palooka.
Sorry.
You're a paddle pop lion.
Maybe ask better questions.
They're going and one of them saying, I don't know how you drove yourself here. Well, his beautiful wife Sarah, who's way too good looking for him, drove him here. Now Brayley taps it and gets it to Katoa. Sharks 32, Raiders 12. And then it's played back to Brayley, who got it away. Oh, look at this. Bluey from Cessnock says, why don't you let Woodsy call the last 2 minutes?
Oh, no,
so Woodsy,
go you, mate.
Go on, Woodsy, go Woodsy.
No, mate, it's on you. Come on.
You want to have a go, Wado? No, okay. Now, anybody in the grandstand want to have a go?
Hey,
all right.
Be careful what you wish for, mate. Someone might come up here and take your job.
Some white ant. There's that.
No, it's not a white ant. You're inviting them up here to have a crack.
I'm on fire tonight. I'm on fire. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Sharkies will just go down and get demoralised by Melbourne. I'm joking, Wado. Here's Nico Hines, and then Nicola again to the halfway line. 90 seconds left on the clock. Short side, Nico Hines again. To the line goes Nico. Brought down by Sasangi. Tackle 5, says the referee Atkins. Played to Ramian. Comes across now for Britt Nicola to have a kick. This is coming down, and it's been knocked on by Corey Horsburgh. Tackle count restarts, knock on. It's getting messy. It's a mad woman's breakfast.
Sharks ball, Maroon. It's the Sharks ball from a poor kick from Britain Nakora, where they get it back.
So the Sharks are going to a prelim against Melbourne.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but this is the benefit of the week off, Maroon, and why it's so valuable. Obviously, a hard contest tonight. Sharks lose Hazelton. There'll be a check on Sifa Talakai, and while all this carnage is happening, the Melbourne Storm are just sitting down there getting ready to host that prelim. So it's a big game next week. But I'll tell you what, the Sharks, they don't mind travelling to Canberra, but they don't mind travelling to Melbourne either, mate.
Yeah, no, they got a good record down there. And
they've also got a good substitute for Tom Hazelton and Oregon Kafusi too, so they're a handy backup right there.
There's Sione Katoa. And we go 20 seconds left on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard as Brayley gets into dummy half. Is there another try in them? Nico Hines swerves away from one tackle and then eventually gets the pass to Adam Fanua-Blake, who's about 9 metres out. 5 seconds left in this game. Britton Nicola will just take the tackle, and the Sharks have put an end the Raiders for 2025. The Raiders are cooked straight out the back door. Minor premiers go straight out the back door for the first time since 2009. And it's up Cronulla here at GIO Stadium in Canberra. The boys in the black, white and blue. Cronulla. Name of the Sharks with you. Sharks. Forever, go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here. What a win for the Sharkies down here at GIO Stadium. It's a cauldron, it's a fortress, but not tonight. They have beaten the Raiders by 32 points to 12. It's a wonderful victory for Cronulla Sharks. One more game away from another grand final. They go away, they prepare for one of the biggest games in the club's history, a prelim against Melbourne in Melbourne. Wado, how do you feel right now?
Oh, listen, this team, man, and practically the same group, you know, without Adam Fanua-Blake, they played tremendously well in a prelim against Penrith last year, and they went down to that Penrith team, but the way they played in that game, you know, they probably beat almost every other team in the competition bar that Penrith and how they were going. I think, listen, they've got to take some lessons out of tonight. There was way too many errors in that first half. They had to do way too much defence, but you grow confidence in that. Being so resilient with your defence, turning teams away, you know, okay, if we can improve on our ball handling, back our defence when we have to, but take some of that pressure away, well, we know they can find points. With all those errors and the discipline issues, they win 32-12. Like, it's comfortable in the end. I know it doesn't feel comfortable when the game's ever going, but they took advantage of what they had to, and they proved they had too much strike on the edges. Braden Trindle, Nicho Hine, those back-to-back tries before half-time really hurt the Raiders, and the Raiders answered first in the second half, but the Sharkies, they just hung around, and they made them pay. And for Canberra, listen, demoralising for them.
Let's go down to one of the stars right now on the sideline with Dave Riccio, Nicho Hines.
Absolutely outstanding, Nicho. Congratulations through to a prelim final. How special is this as the crowd behind you, Sharks fans have travelled down the Hume. Pretty special, well done.
Yeah, this is massive. We're finding so many ways to win. Couldn't be prouder of the boys. No one expected us to be here, and here we are going to a prelim. Yeah, just so happy.
Nicho, so resilient and had to be in that first half. Again, it was very reminiscent of last week, backs against the wall, and you just keep on turning up for each other. Defensive mindset wins comps. Are you on your way?
I think so. Like, that's what we've built our game on these last 10 weeks. We had a hard look at ourselves there for a bit in the middle of the year, and then we've turned it around, and we've been one of the best defensive teams in the last 10 weeks. So, yeah, look, we made it hard for ourselves for a little bit there, but it's just the resilience that we've got in this group, and couldn't be more proud.
Up to you, boys.
Nicho, Wade Graham here, mate. Congratulations on your way to another prelim. That first half, you didn't make it easy for yourself. Had to absorb a lot of pressure with your defence, but you go bang, bang just before half-time. What did Craig Fitzgibbon have to say to get us back on track and through to the end of this game?
Yeah, we definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves. But he said we actually needed to go out there and not do what we did last week in the first part of the second half, and we did exactly that. So we didn't listen to him, but look, we just knew if we stick in it and we stay in the fight, you know, we battle it out with their good start. You know, they're a big physical team. We knew if we weather that storm early, we can pull through and make exactly what we did.
Yeah, Nicho Woodsy here, mate. Congratulations. What a performance. Great work going to the prelim next week against your former club, the Melbourne Storm. Talk to me about that period in the first half where I reckon you had about 3 or 4 sets on your try line. You just kept turning them away. You were frustrating Canberra. What did you guys get out of that as a unit?
Oh, it just builds confidence. The last few weeks, Bulldogs, Roosters, now Canberra, you know, we've had to defend our line for a long time, and once you show that resilience and you turn them away, I think it gives a bit of energy. Even though everyone's stuffed out there, the lungs are blowing, it still gives you a bit of energy to kick it and get down the other end. And Tricky kept putting the corner. We built some energy and built some pressure, then we end up putting a few tries on that back end.
Good on you, Nicho. Go and enjoy it, mate. The fans are waiting for you. There's a lot of fans from Cronulla that have made their way down from the Shire. Sharks 32, Raiders 12. Sharks led 12-6 at halftime. Jamal Fogarty just getting embraced by some of the Raiders faithful. He's played his last game for the Raiders, of course. He's off to Manly, and of course the Sharks are off to Melbourne next week. Now, we're just waiting for David Riccio to get some more interviews for us down there on the sideline for Bob Jane T-Marts, but a comprehensive victory for the Sharkies, and very good goal kicking today from Nicho Hines. And of course, in these big games, Wado, you've got to go up in 6.
100%. It just takes so much pressure off your team when you see that scoreboard ticking constantly up by 6. And he had to kick well, because Jamal certainly he kicked well when he had some attempts, so it was a tight game there for a while. The score obviously doesn't really reflect the contest. I can't wait to hear from this man, a little left foot try to steal the game and send the Sharks through to a prelim.
Hey, a little kick chase try. Congratulations, Teague. What an opportunity it is now through to a prelim. No one gave you a chance coming down here, and you found a way. There's so much resilience within this team right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think we definitely had to work for that one, that first half there. We didn't give ourselves any chances. We were shooting ourselves in the foot, didn't have any ball, but we just stuck at it. They got that one try, then those 2 late tries in the later second half. At half time, we knew if we just stuck in there, it didn't go away, I think we could grind them out.
Up to you, boys.
Teague, Wade Graham, mate, congratulations on going to another prelim next week. Talk us through that first half, the communication between the team. Obviously, a lot of defence, had to hang around in the fight, and then just before half time, bang, bang, you go back-to-back tries to hit the lead.
Yeah, cheers, Rado.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah, we just spoke about, it's not always going to go your way, especially down at Canberra. It's a hostile environment, and we had those few errors there. We just had to stick at it. We just knew we got no one else. You only got each other. We just had to stay at it, stay to our system, not go away from what we planned. And, I think we stuck solid and ended up coming through.
Teague Woodsy here, mate. Congratulations. Outstanding way to finish the game with the last try, brother. Well done. Mate, talk us about going to your next prelim. You did it last year. You didn't get the result you wanted. What did you learn from that, and what are you going to take into this week?
Yeah, cheers, Woodsy. Obviously learned heaps of lessons last year going up against Penrith in the prelim. I think you just got to do what you do well, best, really. You got to play our style of footy the best way we can. We're going down to Melbourne. They've had a week off. They're going to be well prepared. But, we just got to bring our style of play and back what we've been doing all year.
Thank you, Teague Wilton on the sideline. Joining us there for Bob Jane Teammates with David Riccio. Doing an outstanding job there, Dave. 24,500 people saw it. Sharks 32, Raiders 12. And a lot of Sharky supporters making their way over to the broadcast box to give Woodsy and Wado a high five and say up.
Can we say something, mate?
Yeah.
Look, fair income.
It's a small box, Maroon.
The conditions we're working in here, mate.
Yeah.
It's a small box. You know this.
Look, I need to open this window a bit more now because of you.
Hey, hang on.
Fair income.
No, mate, hang on a second.
This is poor conditions you're making us work through.
Poor etiquette to your code.
I'll tell you something. I've been doing this since 1987. I have never farted in a radio box in my life.
I worked with you one night and you farted just as we went on air.
I'm looking you in the eyes and telling you, you are a liar.
That is pathetic.
You are a liar.
That reeks. That is horrendous.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. My diet's too good. Let's go down to you, David.
Yeah, I've got the Sharks captain, Blake Brayley. Congratulations. Again, it was all about resilience. You did it again. You did it last week. You're playing finals footy through to a prelim. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. A bit buggered now. Obviously, last 2 weeks we've been parked in our line there. We had to be resilient. We had to defend our line there. And for the boys to come out of that and to put some points in the second half, it was a great show of resilience, and I'm just so proud of the boys right now.
Up to you, boys.
Hey, Blake, Wade Graham, mate, congratulations on your way to another prelim. Not to look too far forward, but obviously you played in that game last year. You go down to the Penrith Panthers. How's your emotion right now? You get another opportunity, one game away from a grand final.
Yeah, obviously really excited. We have been in this position before, and we've let that opportunity slip. So we'll review this game, and we'll take our lessons, things we need to be better at, because going in the Storm, they're a world-class side, and we need to be a lot better. So we're looking forward to the challenge. Most importantly, we're looking forward to the weekend. Just so proud to be a Shark right now.
Blakey Woodsy here, mate. Congratulations. Absolutely outstanding, brother. So pumped for you for another prelim, mate. You're the skipper now. Cam McInnes went down a few weeks back. A lot of the talk about the Sharks at the moment is, they're just going to be there to make the numbers. But personally, you guys have been outstanding. You're the form team in the competition. What do you say to your troops throughout the week when people want to knock you back?
Yeah, to be honest, we kind of use that as a bit of fire. For the last few years now, people, probably see us as, just part of the top 8. We're not genuine contenders, so we know what we have in our 4 walls, and I know what we can do in this competition, this back end of the year. So it's about staying focused and heading towards that back end and hopefully in that grand final.
Blake's got to go, boys.
Good on you, Blake. Thank you, mate.
See you, brother.
Thank you very much. Great job on the sideline, David. Full-time Sharks 32, Raiders 12.
You know why he's got to go?
Why?
Because the best thing about coming to Canberra is getting on the bus home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stopping at Marulan for some maccos.
You need to go to the toilet.
Let's take a break and come back with the Triple MVP. The Sharks have beaten the Raiders 32 points to 12 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy in everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
The Triple M NRL Play of the Day.
Played to Ramian. Hines again. Then it went to Burns. Skips out left. Straightens. Burns!
brilliant individual play from Billy Burns.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream Ambi-Heat, the advanced energy-saving heat pump that's made in Australia.
Install the Ream.
Except nothing less than Australia's best.
Turns out, not all internet providers are built the same. Aussie Broadband is backed by 100% local experts and a purpose-built network that keeps your connection running smoothly with fast-flowing internet. Make the switch and experience the difference. Aussie Broadband, the actual Aussie way.
They're back. Love Honey's sell-out advent calendars are in stock and they're our best ever. Packed with 24 seductive surprises, valued at over $800, it really is the gift that keeps on giving. It's time to unwrap the ultimate gift this Christmas. With discreet delivery, thousands of products and 5-star reviews, discover your sexual happiness. Visit lovehoney.com.au.
Righto, lads, I'll be back in a bit. Just got to do my tax.
But it's your round, mate.
Don't worry, I'll only be a sec.
With H&R Block, you can do your tax return online with an expert, anywhere, anytime, with a maximum refund guarantee.
Here you are, lads. I bought this with the $653 extra that H&R Block got me.
This tax time, maximise your refund online with an expert at hrblock.com.au. Maximum refund guarantee.
For 20 years, Castrol Edge engine oils have been trusted by manufacturers, mechanics and drivers to unlock the very edge of performance. Castrol Edge is extensively tested against some of the most demanding performance standards in the world. It's why Castrol Edge is chosen exclusively by leading car manufacturers and is relied upon by the best in world motorsport, including Tickford Racing, to deliver race-winning performance. Choose Castrol Edge and unlock the very edge of performance for yourself.
Anytime is 7-Eleven time, particularly at 6:50pm when the game is about to begin and you need something to bite on that isn't your fingernails. Get game day snacks delivered anytime at 7-Eleven. Find out if we deliver to you.
How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's. The game's on, the team's ready, and it's time for a Tui's. Whether you're cheering on your team at the stadium or watching with mates at the pub, nothing beats the legendary refreshment of Tui's. Proudly born right here in New South Wales, Tui's is all about the spirit of bringing people together, whether you're celebrating an epic win or commiserating a crushing defeat. So next time you're at the pub or bottle shop, grab a Tui's and raise a glass to the team that's bringing you together. Drink responsibly.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Thanks to the Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Well, we've all got to get on the Triple M chopper and head back to Sydney, so let's do the Triple MVP for... who wants to do that, by the way?
I think, in fairness, it's better be Woodsy.
All right, Woodsy.
I'm not employed by the clubs anymore, so I was employed by a few when I played.
Yeah, well, you know what? You've got to be like Nathan Hindmarsh. Just be employed by everyone that does everything.
Just get a lot of freebies.
Yeah.
Now, well, 1 point I'm going to go with Adam Fenelberg. I thought he was outstanding. Played the first 40 minutes. Nico Hines with 2 points. Got himself a try. Kicked all his conversions, which a lot of them were under pressure. And I'm going to go for man of the match, Cal Iro or Iro? What are we calling him?
Iro.
Cal Iro.
Yeah,
he was
Iro.
outstanding tonight, guys.
I say Iro because you said Iro, Wado.
Well, it's his defence, Woodsy. Timoko is a tough customer. He's so strong, powerful, and create carnage. And we hardly seen him tonight, and that was because of the defensive presence of Cal Iro.
Who are we tipping for tomorrow, boys? Dogs or Penrith?
I'm going to go with Penrith, but it's a worry, this game.
I'm going for Dogs in an upset.
Okay. And, of course, it's been a wonderful run for the Sharkies now, but, of course, Wado, it all comes to an end now next week in Melbourne.
Oh, relax, mate.
Come on, mate.
Easy.
All right.
You're going off now. You're being passive-aggressive.
No, I'm just trying to be...
He's just trying to push his self-love onto someone else.
No, I'm just trying to be like, push the right buttons like trying to be like a journalist. Thank you, Wado. Go and enjoy the victory. Woodsy, I'm going to drive you so you can get in my car if you're fit. Your head will have to go out the sunroof like a circus bear.
What is it, a big giraffe?
Yeah,
must be floating around.
My 10. Right.
Hope no one throws anything at me out of the way of the GI Stadium.
Oh, dear. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. Cronulla 32, Raiders 12 as Triple M rocks the finals.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
Full game highlights for Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
There's Brayley kicking us off. We are underway. There's a big hit on Calhoun, and it was Disco Joe Tarpany. He knocked him into next Wednesday. Starling, then to Horsburgh. Horsburgh for the line. What about this defence from the Sharks? I'm telling you, Horsburgh's right on the line. It's a try. He got it down on the line. That's a try. Corey Horsburgh.
Finally, after 25 minutes, we find some points in this match.
Whaley, who got it away to Hazelton. He's been knocked out and he's dropped the ball. Tommy Hazelton has left the field with an HIA. We're right in front of the post. Trindle comes left. Hines, Mulatalo. Mulatalo goes over in the corner without a hand laid on him. Then it went to Trindle, to Hines, who got away to Ero, who's in the space, and he's got support. He ducks back on the inside. Weeks can't stop him. He's still going, Ero. Oh, he's brought down the metre out. Can they go back to back? Trindle puts one underneath the Nico Hines. Hines reaches out and scores for Cronulla. They've gone back to back to lead the game. Starling, Fogarty, left side, Sasaki is having a blinder. Maybe obstruction. Yeah, this is no try and a fair decision. Now Starling again, then Fogarty, and then Chris. And then it goes out. Tamali scores in the corner. And they won't be taking that one away. And the Raiders have come out to play in the second half.
Oh, what about the energy shift in the stadium?
Played to Ramian. Hines again. Then it went to Burns. Skips out left. Straightens up. Burns. What a try. Billy Burns. What a fantastic try. All guts. All effort.
Brilliant individual play from Billy Burns.
Short side Brayley. And catches him napping. And steals about 15 metres. High shot. Penalty to Cronulla. This gives them a chance to go 8 in front. Nico Hines. Looks beautiful. Over she goes. Sharks 20, Raiders 12. Here comes the kick from Trindle. Oh, the bounce is terrible for the Raiders. It's still alive. It's picked up. And it's a try. It's a try to the Sharks right out of the post. Ero is claiming a try. Wow. We'll have a look at it. But it's the most awkward bounce you've ever seen in the history of rugby league. And it favoured the Sharks.
Strike firm. There you go, boys.
Strike and firm.
Oh, Big Wilton.
Now we can call it. Teague Wilton kicks it through, chases it down and scores. And the Sharks have put an end. The Raiders for 2025. The Raiders are cooked. Straight out the back door. Minor premiers go straight out the back door for the first time since 2009. What a win for the Sharkies down here at GIO Stadium. It's a cauldron. It's a fortress, but not tonight. They have beaten the Raiders by 32 points to 12.
Grab Triple M NRL daily, all week on Listener. And drive home with Triple M's Rush Hour. Thanks to Ream and Macca's.
Triple M rocks finals footy.
The verdict, thanks to Tui's. How do you feel? I feel like a Tui's or two.
Supercross is back in Sydney as the Boost Mobile AusX Championship roars into Shark Park for the first time ever. One night only, Saturday, October 25. The most thrilling motorsport on the planet with international level racing, insane FMX stunts, loads of entertainment for one massive night of action. Tickets start at $39. Don't miss out. The Boost Mobile AusX Championship. Get your tickets from Ticketek now. Proudly supported by Triple M.